like the sun. We will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight, fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins, and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done.
Hello, welcome back to the Fumble folks here on one of our long-form campaigns, the Rapid Riders. I am Sam, I am your Dungeon Master here for our crew of rebels who currently are in the Towers of the Winding Paths, or the ruins that are left in their wake. But I will let them introduce themselves to you one by one, starting with, as always, Bree.
Hi, I'm Bree, and I'm playing Diana, the Sun Elf Bard of Eloquence / Divination Wizard. Yeah. And Diana is very happy. She's running up a tower like a child. And that's it.
Unfortunately, this week we are without Ben. So if it comes to any necessary roleplay, I will be taking on the role of Zeke. And we will see if there's any necessary combat. I will be also taking on Zeke. We also have Doran.
Hello, I am Doran. I play Halbertari, some people's favorite human noble to hate. He is a blood hunter and a fighter. He is a noble for the Empire, but currently working with the Rebellion to help. But books. He's got books now. We're happy. We're all happy here.
Cool. Okay. We also have Seb.
Hi, I'm Seb. I play Taxes. Once the only human of the group, was also once the only rogue of the group, and now is the rogue / Wayne Scott's monk of the group. She is also very happy right now. She does books. That's it.
You were never once the only human of the group.
I was still.
Hallie was part human.
Oh, come on.
I'm like
It's like an
1
8 foot tall. You're
third.
not a human.
He was like a quarter. His grandfather was a human.
Okay.
Great grandfather. But he was still got some human in him.
Your mother was fully... Anyway, right.
Let me change it. Was once the only full human of the group, but now.
There you go.
There we go.
My mother was Goliath.
Sigh.
And last but not least...
Microcosm of how the whole empire started, that is.
we have Phil.
Hi, I'm a Phil, and I am playing Dunstan Dewey Fairfoot. Is a little range boy, part dew elf, part halfling. Is a ranger with a little sprinkling of rogue, so he can get some scout action in there to make himself just a bit more a ranger who's more ranging than a ranger. And he's a swarm keeper, so his career path of choice involves getting many a burb to help make him useful.
Okay.
Bless.
The party have, as I said at the start, found themselves in the Towers of the Winding Paths, or better known now as the Ruins of the Towers. This place was the site of a massacre 50 years ago that started the First Cologneon War. But there is much still to be gained here. The Knights of Colonia, before it was even the Empire, came here to destroy, but did not get everything, it seems. Although they did get a lot. And as the party arrived, they found the previous students, much warped in their undeath, in this place, traveling to the Prime Tower where the Archmage takes their residence. They found a strange illusion-like being, calling themselves Programmed Illusion Resembling Intelligence, or PIRI for short, that confirmed that the reason they had not been attacked by all defenses, like the other guests, or uninvited guests, it would seem, was because Diana had been enrolled, or pre-enrolled, to take courses here since the moment of her birth, and was able to fully enroll as a student here in both the Wizard and Bard courses. With that, the teleportation took place to your destination of choice, which was the Library of Torora, serving both as a library and as a temple to that deity here. Searching the library, you found that there is a small antechamber before you reach these square, almost concentric squares, if that makes sense. Each layer in, making the denizens about 20% shorter, as well as their surroundings, and a little bit higher, about a foot higher. So the towers get shorter and shorter, higher to an asymptote, to the point where the highest point, somewhere deep in level 100, is maybe 50 feet off of the ground. That makes no sense. 50 layers in will be 50 feet off of the ground. But, about 500 foot in a straight line into this disappearing space. As Diana investigated into this space, they found the site of a battle where Cologneon warriors had come into the space to kill fleeing mages that were fleeing into the library, and had used their witchy connection to learn about what happened here, saw the mage in front of them fighting with this knight to defend themselves and defend the students, which they revealed that they were here to cleanse, that they felt themselves a new knight and hatred, to which the mage was responding that they wish Telvalrion had succeeded in creating a better world. The mage dying as Diana forced herself back into the vision, breaking part of the witchcraft. She was left screaming, her head snapped back when Halibut came into that space. Halibut, what are you doing as you see the screaming Diana in front of you, clutching a wand in her hand?
I put my hand on my shoulder. Diana, are you all right? What's happening?
You immediately, as you put a hand on the shoulder, you both, as though you have been shunted by a magical force, fires into the two bookshelves that crumble behind you, largely burnt. Diana, you come back to consciousness, as do you, Halibut, as you feel your hand tingling with the sensation of touching Diana, but you're both now awake. You have avoided, as you sort of come to and sort of get yourself up, you both watch as the other is just adjacent. Halibut lying next to the Cologneon knight standing up, and Diana slowly standing up next to the wizard dead on the ground.
Yeah. Push him.
Ow! The fuck?
Are you alright?
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Medicine check. Medicine check from a distance.
From a distance.
Yeah, let me check.
Can I?
It's a great image in my head as well. Like, yeah, that's
The
good.
two of them. Yeah.
Two
Yeah,
of them and then
that's-
two of us, and I'm like, yeah.
10, damn.
10. I'm assuming Diana looks. There's no damage to be seen. It's up to you how shook Diana looks, whether she looks like she's in shock, but medically, she looks.
Slightly less orange, I don't know.
More paler.
Paler orange.
What happened?
So I touched the wand. This wand. And I got a vision again, and I saw this, and I point at the two people, dead people. Yeah, I guess there wasn't a one-off. It's a thing.
You managed to glean insight on their deaths.
Yeah, I saw it in real time. What happened?
Right.
Yeah, there's a book in this library somewhere on that, and I'm gonna find it.
Pretty sure
Yep.
there's a book in this library for quite possibly anything.
Everything in the whole world. Yeah.
As you're saying that, talking to each
Howard
other,
stands and starts dusting himself
Yeah.
off.
you realise the bookshelves behind you. So in the moment, however, as you were chasing after, you might not have realised, but Diana, you saw that the bookshelves around you currently are burned to a crisp with paper, scraps of burned paper around you. You don't know how far the fire extends the other, deep, but certainly it came this far back. If that makes sense. To this layer, certainly, the bookshelves are burned.
Oh, from where did the fire come from? Sorry, Sam.
You do not know the source of a fire, so much as you know for the last two layers that you ran through, a fire has ripped through this place. You gather pretty quickly from your vision that once the nights were done here, they burned some of the knowledge here, but we're not able to burn all of it.
Yeah. So the last couple are burnt, and then from there down, that's not burnt, but we don't know what's burnt up.
You don't know what's burned up because you don't know how far the burning extends into this tower.
Okay. Cool.
The tower didn't look damaged from the outside, did it?
From the outside, no. It looked not pristine by any means, but did not look too damaged.
So, would I have heard that? Because I was further towards the ground floor. Would I have heard the screaming?
What's your passive perception? It's not a gimme. It's not
Many.
absolutely.
A million.
Million.
It is. No, it's 21.
21 is going to be enough, even though it's 150-ish foot away with diminution of sound and how weird that actually works out. It's almost like the pitch of the scream is even higher than it should be, given Diana's stunted form that far
This
in.
big.
It almost sounds like a high pitch, like whistle rather than a scream.
Yeah. So I would have I'd have just drawn my bow and just run some movement dash, bonus action dash to get
I feel at this point, then, it's fair to say that the rest of the party are able to arrive.
Can you arrive when we're lying next to
lying against each other, lying
next to
yeah.
corpses? Yeah.
So Taxis
Standing
also has a
off.
21 perception for passive, so as soon as she heard the screen, she would have went running up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Zeke is reading smutty books.
Zeke has the volume 1 of the Amorous Adventures of Zimzimis, and it is already midway through.
Yeah. He was trying to find something else as well. I think he said last week. A specific book, the one that was written by. Was that Taxes?
Oh, it's Diana's smutty book.
Yeah,
Oh,
like a
Smutty
sequel to the smutty book or something.
Not on
Anything
the
written by
outside
the
shelves.
tables.
Remember, the furthest outside shelves seem to be filled with recently returned books. Then next layer in seemed to be things that new students might want most of all. So class schedules were stored here, maps to the grounds, things like that. And then in and in and in seemed to be getting more to the juicier stuff.
Yeah, that's what Zeke will be doing. Looking for that.
Yeah.
Juicy stuff of a different kind. I think Sam meant juicy stuff.
I think genuinely, Zeke would go, "You both okay?"
Oh, for us. Oh, yeah.
Good. And he starts walking down.
Okay.
Dewey is proper twitchy. He's kind of got like an arrow notched in the bow. It's like, what's happening?
He might even, actually, he would poke his head back around at that point and go, which is weird. As he pokes his head around, his body remains bigger and his head begins to go a bit smaller. So it's like a tiny head on a bigger body. He clearly doesn't notice. He says, "You know what I said about just like running up to stuff when you were on the beach?"
Yeah.
And he then pokes his head back around.
Oh my god, so judgy. He's doing exactly the same. Okay.
It's been 2 years. I kind of know.
Yeah. And it's the. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I did the thing again. The thing happened. I touched this wand and I saw this happen. Like because they haven't seen it. Then I will point to these guys and.
Desiccated bodies.
This is a Cologneon paladin of hatred. Sounds really dramatic. But he is a paladin of hatred. And they came here to kill all the mages. This is a mage. Obviously, he's got a wand. And they said something like, the mage didn't really know what was going on. The paladin acted like he knew exactly what was going on. And then they said something like, Talarian was trying to rid the world of these guys. And then he said, well, Talarian failed. And then they killed each other simultaneously.
Right. Either in the world of mages or the paladins?
I don't know. Of you, so the mage said Talarian was trying to rid the world of you, as in these guys. So
And
the paladins or the empire
what,
itself?
as in like rid the world of what became of the Earth. So
there was no empire yet. It was being
like,
born.
Yeah. So what they were. So whatever caused this. What's the term for the assassination attempt on all the royals called again?
The Night of Fractured Heaven.
That's it. So the Night of Fractured Heaven was maybe them, like these guys here, led by Talarian. Would that be, or at least?
Yeah, they kind of got the idea. I got the idea that this mage was completely confused. Like, he didn't know why they were doing this. I think it wasn't them. It was Talarian.
Like
why do I know that name?
Like a rogue agent? I mean, does that ring a bell? I look at Halibut and Taxes as well. Like, ring a bell?
Can I roll a history?
For which one?
Roll a history check in general, and then ask me. Talarian, or Talarian as it's been sort of related to you, absolutely roll me a history check.
Oh, I remembered by myself.
Is this that advantage?
So yeah, I will be like.
I'm going to say Dewey is going to have advantage on this.
Well, can I say the thing? Because I actually
Yeah.
remembered IRL.
If you actually remembered IRL, then
This
yes,
is
you
me
can.
acting, I know.
This is you acting, I know. I'm not gonna
Okay, good.
take this away from you.
Don't
I was
take
gonna
this
say,
away.
Maybe Dewey remembers a prompt of something to remind you,
Yeah.
but this is 100% you.
No, I'd be like, God, I know that name. Oh! It's the guy with the locket on my mum's locket.
What?
Yeah. Talvarian? He had...
Your mother had a locket?
Do you remember when I cast sending and I spoke to her?
Yeah. Yeah.
She said...
Yeah.
She said... something like Talvarian's locket. Can I get my notes?
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
Actual notes.
Memory only.
No, I must remember what happened a year ago.
What happened a year ago in in real life happened,
Maybe a month
I
ago?
think, less than a month ago. Maybe just
Was
over,
it? Then
just,
Diana would
maybe
definitely
just
remember.
under a month ago. Just under a month ago.
The one that's currently in the wizard's prison.
No, Talvarian is apparently dead.
Can I roll a history check on the name?
Yes, roll a history check on the name Talvarian.
Any advantages or anything like that?
I'm going to say disadvantage, and I'm not going to tell you why.
Disadvantage, okay. That's fine. That's a natural one. What's that do?
Fucking amazing.
I did roll a 19 on my normal one, though, which is very sad to see.
All of this. Okay.
Natural one, it sounds elfy.
Elfy?
Maybe he was an elf.
I'm not going to say that out loud. That sounds racist. I can't believe I rolled a 1 and a 19. I'm so sad.
That was almost a double whammy. I like that.
It was almost,
Yeah.
yeah.
So she said, Talvarian's locket. Aldwir would know. Aldwir is in the Archivicula, and Talvarian is dead. Oh, and then I asked Book Mom about it, and she said Talvarian is a man, an earth elf, well-traveled mage, spent a lot of time in Ascana. Very intelligent, very handsome. Not a diviner, maybe evocation. He wanted to do something big. That's what she said. And she also said Real Mom had blocked off a lot of information from Book Mom.
I mean, eradicating the entire noble households of
Yeah, killing the
now known as Empire.
emperor
would be pretty big.
family. It's pretty big.
How do we why would they want to do that? I mean,
They're not divination, but unless someone told them what was going to happen, and they're trying to stop it before it happened.
Mama knows what's gonna happen.
Maybe when she told them.
How would your mother know it was going to happen?
How? She was a divination wizard. She knew a lot of stuff. It was not very easy to get past her with naughty things.
It would explain why she blocked off all the information to Bookworm. If she told them.
Yeah. You're rolling stuff. I could see it there.
Albert has no idea what a divination wizard, and he's pretending oh yes, I understand what you're saying.
Yes, divination.
Oh!
He
Okay, well then I won't explain it. I
You
won't
rolled
expect-
11 for his performance.
Oh, then that's not very high, is it?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
The
my
art of magic, yes.
passive insight is 12. So,
You'd know.
Bullshit.
do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I have absolutely no
Oh, okay. Wow.
idea.
No, that's a whole nother world, isn't it? So divination, there's like different schools of magic that you can study.
I see.
There's like 8 different ones. That's
Like
that's
conjuration.
why there's. Yeah, exactly. That's why there's like a theme, with a school. 8 different things. But yeah, divination is
seeing into the future.
seeing things, seeing into the future, and the past and the present as well. I think. Evocation is like offensive, I think, type things. Stop me, Sam, at any point if I would not know, but I'm a.
No, I'm confident. Yeah, this is you know some stuff. Your mum definitely would have talked about this at some point. This is old memories that you're trying to recall, but they're only like 50, 60-year-old memories at most.
Yeah, so every spell has like a school of magic that it fits into, and some people are better at learning that kind of stuff than others, and they specialize in certain things. So my mom specialized in divination, and now I have 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Your mom's
Apple is not far from the tree, I see.
I know. I did try and rebel, but then she like cried and stuff, so I went that way. I know.
You see Halibut just like smile to himself, like, "Aw."
It was like my destiny or something. Shit that she used to say. I don't know.
Well, she saw into the future.
She saw it in the
potentially saw that
future.
you
She
see you become a divination wizard. Huh.
actually, I think my grandmother might have seen that. I don't know. Runs in the family. I don't know.
Would be very useful in an argument with my children.
That's what they said. Both of them at different decades of their lives.
I guess
Oh.
parents never change.
No. The exact same thing. But yeah, so apparently he's dead, this Talvarian guy. And he caused everything?
I don't recognize the name. He's not mentioned in any of the noble circles, as far as I'm aware, at least.
I mean, it's a high chance that they would have erased names from history. They burn books and stuff. They want to erase a big section of that history, so people realize that actually we're people.
Empire probably would have marketed it as the entire college was against them, not just one particular person. So that would have made sense.
But it could have just been like a group. But because if they eradicated this group, then that would just foster more people, and it's
There.
control.
It also stops it from potentially happening again.
Yeah.
There must have been a reason, like a fucking good reason to try and kill the royal family. Right?
What if it was your mum's divination? What if she saw something worse, and that's why Talvarian acted, but that's why he failed, because it still happened.
Be worse than this outcome.
What's worse is that this would have happened anyway.
Maybe.
And the mages were just a excuse. They're blaming everything on the mages, but the mages are trying to stop it.
Yeah.
That's
But-
what I'm saying to myself if Mama is involved.
I mean, I feel like, I mean, Diana, you predicted that I was going to make that shot against the Leviathan. I was so scared at that point, but you knew that it was going to happen. But when you said you knew, I stopped looking, and then I managed to hit it. So that it could kind of be what happened then, maybe, that they foresaw some horrible future
Yeah.
because of Osnan, but maybe they didn't know, or they saw a horrible future but didn't know how it happened, just knew it was centered around like that building, like that family, and
There's
they had
really-
to stop it, and one of them crawled out of the rubble, was
yeah.
the one that caused it.
But
There's a
clearly not all
really
of them agreed.
interesting, deep psychological discussion to be had about whether the future is going to happen or whether you change the future by seeing the future, and then there's like is it going to happen anyway?
Dewey's
all
eyes
predestined?
just glaze. Like, it's like,
Maybe it wasn't going to happen, but then you see the future and then you make it happen and you're trying to stop it, the thing from happening, but actually you're just making it happen. Yeah. Yep.
Who's to know?
We're having
a
an existential crisis right now.
a tiny
Yeah.
tiny
Me
woodpecker
with the
flaps in and lands on Dewey's head and just goes.
and that was perfect.
How did that bird get in here from the fog? Maybe it's a species that lives here prior. Questions for later. He says to himself.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It like bites his holding on his finger, and, like pecks it, like is his nose.
Yeah, I think we figured it out like two sessions ago.
Yes,
That
yeah.
It's, okay. Are you just not saying in purpose?
Yeah, Dewey's
fine.
still
Interesting.
coming to terms with it because they're still real to him, damn it.
I like playing a
They are
character that knows literally nothing about anything about the group.
Yeah, it's weird. Like you're just having a chat and you're like,
Make you
What?
realise how much of what we do is fucking nonsense.
you're trying to decipher like the nonsense from the actual like substance.
Time travel, woodpeckers.
Something about divination.
Something about
Wait, no, that one I could keep.
Zombie children.
They're outside.
Is there specific stuff we should be looking for? Like while we're here? I mean, I'm kind of
yeah.
terrified about the thought of trying to look through all of this, but
Well,
I feel like we should split up and look for these books.
well, my original plan was to go up and down the tower and make sure nothing living is inside that could potentially harm
Yeah,
us.
that makes sense.
But
How
looking at
far
the
up
condition
does
of
it
these
go?
books, looking at the condition of these books here, we can also assess how far the damage goes as well. See how many books survived.
Yeah.
hold on. There was Sam. You said that one of the, I'm guessing it's lower down than this, was a level that had maps.
Maps of the school. I think as Diana was running in, briefly saw botany and potentially geography as well.
Okay.
That'd be fun to see.
Yes to all of this, by the way.
Things
So
were
we
like
might-
interesting next, and then ran like interesting letters, right? And then ran through.
It's all like what's it called? Like mapping it in my brain.
You guys don't know the organization of the system at all. Beyond the first one seems to be recently returned books, the second layer seems to be good for new students, and then it just goes completely out the window. You know someone who might know,
I
but you
will
would have to call
find
them.
organization.
Yeah, I will ask the group. Can I summon the AI that we? 'Cause if I say the name, then it'll come.
Yeah,
So.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I'm a bit suspicious of it.
Yeah. We can ask. How
It-
and why.
Yeah, they'd probably be able to tell us how many levels there are at least.
I did have a question. Oh yeah, no, no, they're right there. Cool. I'm glad Past to me wrote them down. Okay.
I have a question as well about this AI.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say AI. That's not
Here
a thing.
meaning arcane intelligence.
Arcane intelligence.
Fucking yes. AI
So-
for short.
It recognized the creatures outside as students. Obviously,
Yeah.
them being students in the prior, but didn't mention anything about their condition.
No.
So if we were to attack them to defend ourselves, would that count as a hostile act towards the college? Would we be seen as invaders, as prior? And I push over the skeleton of the Colovian soldier.
You see, like, not shattering armor because it's just very rusty. But you see, like, a bit of a cloud of, like, green patina cloud off of the once pristine brass.
Ew.
He pulls out a hanky and just wipes his hand.
Yeah, don't touch that. It's toxic.
Yes.
You make a good point, though. That's a good point. That's
And
scum
it
as a
clearly can
Blandor.
somewhat. It can clearly somewhat track the students as well. In some way.
Sam!
Yeah.
Sounds
The arcane intelligence disappeared. Oh no, they know what's happening.
Hello. Oh, it's
Now, functioning arcane intelligence.
Bring out existence.
yeah.
But they can
I mean-
somewhat track the students as well, since they knew the students were coming, even though we couldn't see them in the near area.
Yeah, could they track every single person who was a student and a teacher? Only if they're on campus. Because I asked if Mama
You
was
asked
on
if-
campus, and she's not. Okay,
Does that mean
Shall-
they know where you are?
yeah. Yeah. Know who I was. Should we
Also,
ask?
How would they be tracking? Yes, I think so.
Okay.
But the easiest way to find out.
Piri?
Hey, Perry!
You see a purple flag
Yes!
appear in the area. As you see, again, this genderless form appears in front of you. These purple form with accents of this acid green. From a light coming somewhere from above you cannot see. There doesn't really seem to be a ceiling to that effect, but appears like, hello.
Hello.
You said the name, to have to say hey. That's so good. So perfect.
What's he do?
Oh.
It's so good.
Can you tell me how many levels there are to this library?
The question as to how many levels there are of Tolorova's library is a question pondered for many ages. Most spelunkers have only reached level 1023, at which point they are unable to reach past. However, there are rumours that it continues infinitely, and rumours that it ends at 123. 1023. I do apologise. But 1023. Little flickers, as I say.
Okay.
What happened to them when they tried to get a 1024?
1024, it is rumoured that their being became so mathematically small that they were really unable to progress any further. The distance between them and the next level seemed to be impossible to reach.
Cool. What floor are we on now?
You, floor 14.
Well.
It has
That's
it written on the wall in big white letters.
Oh yeah. Okay. Whoops. That's not very high. How small are we in real time now?
You watch as she malfunctions for a second and starts like glitching, but it's still like saying calculating.
Thanks.
It seems to be like stuck in this loop for a little bit. Talk amongst yourselves if this happens in real time.
Well, Sam buffers.
Halbert's eye widens. You could ask Perry if there are any students in the library right now, or any other people. Potentially that would stall us from needing to search everything to make sure it's safe.
Yeah?
What?
What
Perry.
books are at the top?
Calculating.
He's not calculating.
It's busy. Sometimes when there's a lot of information, it gets...
Their face turns black. It's just a circle going around.
Calculating. Calculating. Calculate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5. We're nearly there.
We've had this AI for 2 minutes and we've broken it already.
I just
It wasn't in the best condition we got here.
asked a question. Okay. Sorry, I broke it.
I can't have nice things.
This is why we can't have nice things. I'm still struggling. Okay, well, does it have an off switch? Can we reset it?
Why did you do that?
I think I'm right in saying you are approximately a 20th of your original size.
Oh, cool. That was really cool
Slightly
information.
less. Slightly less.
Cool. Thank you for that information.
19.00000.
0.
You are 0.043968. You're approximately 1/20th of your original size.
Wow, this thing is so smart.
Yeah.
Do you know square root of 100
like, there are no emotions, but if there were, fear.
No. What's the square root of 1023? Anyway, no, that's not a question. I don't know what the square root is. 1023.
Oh god.
Anyone in chat has any math questions for this exam that's going on right now? Please send them in chat. We can have this AI solve us for it.
1123. You know, is this?
You just use chatbot. You should just do that.
The square root of 1123 is 33.5 approximately. The final floor of the most explored floor of the library is 1023. Would you like to know the square root?
Yes,
1000.
please.
Okay. The square root of 1023 is 31.98, approximately 32.
What did you say before the maths thing? Did you say that which level was the? Did you say it was the most explored?
furthest
The
explored level.
highest.
Oh, furthest explored.
1023, and then 1024. They were just too small.
I
Too
you just say,
small.
hey,
How
Perry,
small are you? 1023.
They just cast a law.
Are you? No, that's fine. I don't want to know that. My
You're
actual
the same
question.
size relatively to the room. So like nothing's physically changed for us currently.
I think there's an
But
easier way to
in
work
reality, we
this out.
have
Probably.
plenty of our size.
At 1023, you are 7.26 times 10 to the minus 100 of your normal size. I have done 0.8 to the power of 1023. I think that's the correct way of working that out. Quick way to do this is do the 14 one.
Even
Yes, that is the
taxes
correct way to. That is the correct way to work this.
Even
went to
Tax's brain is melting with this.
I
Yeah.
went to a noble private school, and I have no idea what you just said to me.
Actual question though. Uh,
Thank you for
do
asking
you
questions.
know how many students are on the campus at any one time, and who they are and where they are?
Of all registered students on the campus and their current locations.
How many students are there on the campus right now?
There are currently 533 students on the campus, including yourself.
Are those students still alive?
All students presently on campus, all students registering currently on campus are alive or in some form of life.
Piri, how many students are in this room right now?
In this section of in section 14 of the Library of Torora, there is currently one student.
Okay, it's not counting the skeleton that's dead.
How many
Yeah, no,
are
that's
in this
Diana.
Yeah, it's only
Yeah.
counting Diana. It's only not counting.
No, because this
That
is
pool.
dead. Also,
Exactly.
Piri,
It's
who is
not
this and
malfunctioning.
is this a student? Or was this a student? Pointing at the skeleton, or is it staff?
As they sort of move to look, like sort of past you and say, that is Magi Erit. Magi Erit has graduated. They assist some of the teaching staff.
Student anyway.
Hey, Perry, how many students are in this library? Not just this section, just in this library overall.
Only one student in this library.
Because they
Diana Latersis.
because you said the section, I was like, oh no.
Well, I wanted to see if it was counting dead
Yeah.
people.
Is there
How many-
anything? Oh, cool.
How many life forms are in this library in total?
Creatures. Interesting. Okay. There are. Can you move this? Okay, I need to move the sidekicks. Hold on. There's 6 plus 2 sidekicks. There are. No, 5 plus 2 sidekicks, sorry. There are 7 living creatures in this library. I think I'm correct. This is Sam. Maybe fucking up here. There's 5 of you, main party, plus Garrick, plus Dagwood.
Not counting Dewey's woodpecker. It's not
Well,
counting Dunstan's pump
Milo.
woodpecker. Or Milo.
There are a couple of others.
Familiars have not been included in this estimate. Would you like me to include extraplanar entities?
Yes.
Extraplanar entities. Looks at the woodpecker.
Dewey looks at the woodpecker as well. The woodpecker bites his nose and flies off some to a
Just the eyes flare slightly. There are 270 million.
It's getting.
There are very many planar entities within
Oh.
this library.
Other than this one,
Oh boy.
can you?
Other than that one, there are very many, minus 1 planar entity.
Other than this one, can you point one out? Is that something you could do? Where are
Their eyes turn and point, and you see Scar is like sat on it.
Oh, fuck. Okay, apart from this one and that one and all of his birds.
Are there
Anything
are there
else?
any, are there any on the levels above us? I'd say at this point that my bird, like any fey birds that I had with me, would have been on this level or lower down.
Including face spirits and arcane. What do they describe it as? Milo's Fae, I believe. Or basically.
Yeah.
Excluding face spirits and.
Demonic? I don't know.
Demonic, it's not quite the word for it.
Fiend.
Yeah, fiendish, I guess. Excluding the Fae and fiendish spirits, currently at this level and below, there are very many planar entities in this library.
Okay.
Whoa.
Are the books Are you counting the books?
None of the present in this library are planar entities. An interesting question.
Yeah.
Will any of the planar entities that are above us attack us on sight?
Are they hostile?
Considering. I do not know the attitudes of these planar entities. Their emotions are their own. Perhaps you'd wish considering consulting Cologneonmybutthole or Cologneonmybutthole, or perhaps Bix. The planarii of the Towers of the Wandering Pass.
Are they staff? They're staff.
Planarii are the 3 members of the Faculty of Warlocks of the Towers of the Wandering Pass.
Okay.
Where are they right now?
Oh, Christ.
I can confirm that Planari Inferni, Cologneonmybutthole, and Planari Celesti, Cologneonmybutthole, are both dead.
No.
Planari Iteri, Bix, their location is unknown.
We heard that name before.
Bix? No.
It's because he just made it
I
up.
made it up 3 hours ago.
Oh,
When I asked for the whole staff list of this university. I didn't ask for the whole thing.
You did. You just said I want a staff list.
And then you hyper-focused on it.
Yes, correct.
Oh!
Well, as close as I get to. Yes.
Yeah, though the thing that I actually wanted to ask, you got here, I'm malfunctioning. You
Understand, girl.
yeah. You call me the Song Witch. Why? How?
Processing. I do not recall calling you the Song Witch.
Shit, I knew it was so fucking creepy. Damn it.
Would you like me to refer to you as the Song Witch?
No. Well, I don't know, maybe.
It is a pretty cool name.
I will maybe refer to you as the Song Witch.
Okay.
Purdy, where are you located? Do you have a physical form?
I'm located where I am needed across the school.
Cop out.
My physical core is located. my.
It's in the big building. I thought we asked that last week.
First tower or the school?
Correct.
First tower. I can't write
I do
fast
help,
enough.
Harry.
Oh, question. I had a question. Oh, I think I asked this last week. I don't know. Who made you?
Correct. You are correct in that you asked me this previously. I am. I know you didn't say that out loud. Sorry. I was made by a collaboration of the Wizards of the Towers of the Winding Paths and the Dwarves of Comboteur, specifically the College of Suntyfe.
Yeah, including my mother.
Reluctantsheep was part of the project that created me.
Okay. When was that Thalia Ersis last on campus?
Campus. What the fuck has been on? She would average it, and she would initially say just over 50 years ago.
What is the total of students and faculty currently residing in the college?
Yikes.
I think that's accurate. The total of students, magi, and faculty all reside. Wait, students and faculty, or students, magi, and faculty?
Yes.
Students, magi, and faculty. Students, magi, and faculty, all residing within the college grounds, are 647.
Fuck.
That's total on the island currently.
Total within the bounds of my perception.
So,
Um,
what do you do?
can you remind us, Sam, when was the Night of the Fractured Heaven? Heaven.
Heaven was, at this point, just over 50 years ago.
Just over 50 years. So, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Do you know who Talvarian is?
Big question.
Good question.
Evoker Telvarian Dweller is the head teacher of evocation. They have a seat on the staff.
What was his surname?
Dweller. Dweala. Dweller. It sounds elven to you.
Yeah. Head evoker.
Telvarian Dweller. Head of evocation.
Who was the head of divination?
Thalia Aesis was the head of divination.
Hey.
Who is the head of abjuration?
Eildweir Evensong.
Yeah. What was her name? Ava.
Evensong. Eildweir Evensong. A-I with the umlauts. L-D-W-Y-R. Eildweir Evensong.
Dual,
Sounds more
yes.
Duelf, yeah. Sounds like more of a wilder elf name, but it's definitely elven.
It was which magic school?
Abjuration. She was abjurer of the Tower of the Winding Paths. Was her position at the school.
When was she last here? She's still here? Question. Okay, good.
Present at the Tower of the Winding Paths just under 50 years ago. Perhaps within a few weeks of when Thalia Aesis left.
Just under?
No, sorry.
Just over?
Oh, just over 50 years.
Okay, good, okay, good, cool. Yeah. And Talvarian?
Talvarian was also here just over 50 years ago. Talvarian... No, sorry, I do apologise. That's my mistake. Sam's caught himself. Talvarian Dweller is still on the grounds.
Is he alive?
Mario is present on the grounds.
Where is he?
Talvarian is located in the evocation halls. The halls of learning. You remember those halls were blown to pieces in a crate.
Yeah. Evocation, is that one of the ones that were blown up?
Yeah. Very.
But he's still there? Some
Here he
form
seems to
of a
think.
life form.
Some form of life. Or some form of being there.
And sorry, he's in the halls of evocation.
I don't want to go there. That sounds really explodey. Wow. So they thought that he was dead. So, I mean, he might very well be. How many other heads of faculty, head of the schools, are still here?
Talvarian Dweller is the only resident member of staff still present on college grounds.
The rest are student.
The rest of the remaining individuals here, excluding yourselves in this room, are Magi or students.
Okay.
I feel I should address, since this has come up a few times, members of students that have been welcomed into another life or undeaf have long been a part of the studenthood here, and long been a part of the Magi. Undeaf does not preclude one from being a student or staff or magi here at the towers.
How many undeath students or magi are there?
There are 533 undead students and 113 magi and 1 faculty.
All undead.
Correction. There are 532 undead students and 1 alive student. Hello, Diana.
Hi.
You are very late for class, although class has not been running for 50 years.
Wait, what? Shit, really?
That was a joke.
Oh. Ha! Really? I didn't think you could joke. Okay. What was the numbers again? Sorry. How many are the undead students and magi and staff?
There are 532 undead students, 533 students altogether, including yourself. There are 113 magi, which are almost like graduates that are still here, help around, still study and learn around the area. And
I understand they never want to leave.
Residence.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Of the members of faculty, which you do not know how many existed to start with, only 1 is still here in any kind of form, and that is Calvari and Duela, although they have said they do appear to be undead here.
So there are no other
So they're all undead.
living creatures other than us in this room. Not including the undead. Because that's a form of life. Like, no normal, typical living.
Not
I believe
undead.
I saw a rat about 5 years ago.
Oh.
No?
Well,
No, they were dead too.
Yeah, how'd they get
Oh.
here?
I don't know.
So they're all undead except for me. I have added it up. Cool. As a student, do I have a dorm room?
Yes, you do. Would you like me to direct you there? I'm unable to teleport you now that you have completed your enrollment, but I'm happy to guide you.
Can you tell? Yeah, no, not right now. Can you tell me where? The number?
You are in the first tower, 15th floor, 17th door.
And there's currently no students in there right now.
In that room? No.
Ah.
Although you do have a roommate.
A
They're not
roommate?
there. You do have a roommate, but they're not.
She is currently not in the room. She is currently hanging upside down in some rafters.
What's her name?
Her name is Kelly.
Kelly? Kelly the roommate? Oh man. Me and Kelly could have been friends. Shit.
She must have been sweating, because like her roommate was designated to be a baby. She's like, oh god.
She was so happy her roommate was designated to be a baby she'd never meet. She got a single.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joke's on her, she's still here. They're gonna be roommate.
Oh dear.
My zombie roommate and me, the new sitcom coming from.
That is a sitcom waiting to happen.
That's the end of Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, that's totally it. Me and Kelly will be friends. We are yet to be friends.
Hey Perry, could you help us locate books in this library?
Muted.
You did.
Of course I can. What would you like to find?
Nothing right now.
Okay.
I need some stuff.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, are there any other questions?
Perry, can you be in multiple places at once?
Oh,
I
good
believe so.
question.
So if I go downstairs and summon you there'll be 2 of you.
I don't know.
I go downstairs.
Okay.
Hey Perry.
That was
Okay.
okay.
You go downstairs. How far do you go down?
1 level.
Okay. You go down 1
Is
level.
there like a weird echo?
Literally right next to each other.
Hey, Perry.
The one in front of you disappears, and Perry reappears in
Oh.
front of them. Hello,
Oh.
guest of Diana Latersis,
I
who
guess
may
not.
be the Song Witch.
Good to know. I walk away. I just walk away.
Goodbye.
Come back up here now.
yeah, I'm coming back up. I'm coming back up to you.
They stay where they are.
Hey, Peary.
Beat in front of you.
Ah, shit! Not gonna get used to that.
Think Janet from The Good Places.
Okay. Right. Taxes.
Hmm.
Were you ready to document this moment?
Yes. Hold on, Marcos.
Right. Okay, Peary. I want many books on divination. I want to know about storm sorcery. I want to know about magical ranges. I want to I want to know.
You're asking her, and hold on, give me a second.
I
Loading,
definitely
loading.
I pasted this into your chat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. I want to know
So-
how to. I want to learn how to enchant items. I want to know how to. I want to know all the languages in the world, and I want to. I want books on them. I want books on witchcraft, and
just see you're asking all of it.
yeah, I want some novels, and I want a map of the continent, and I want I want to know everything.
Wow. You know when you're a kid and you're waiting to see Santa,
That's it. Exactly.
and this motherfucker gets on Santa's knee and is like, "What would you like for Christmas?" Well, I want this, and I want a
I want
pony,
that,
and I want
I
a
want
Bob
that.
Malibu Stacy honeymoon suite, and I want a
Hey,
listing off like just
I feel
millions
called
of
out.
things.
I wanted all the Barbie shit. An Action Man.
Be the one that
I-
actually gets convertible.
I had one, so a little pink one. Anyway, I want to know about spell components, and I want to know how to make chalk.
Oh, I know how to make chalk.
Really?
Yeah.
Just because you googled it on Monday.
It's just eggshells and flour.
Oh wow!
And water.
I should go find some.
This is not correct. I have answers to all of your requests. First and
Oh.
most pertinent, information regarding divination magic specifically will be found in the divination section of the Tower of Learning.
Ugh. That's kind
The
of
good news-
holy.
Is it still intact?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I can
Okay.
also escort you to some novels. Would you like to start with them?
Sure.
Okay. They just lead you maybe seven
voice is on.
deeper. They tell you to go 7 deeper in. They do not appear to be able to walk too much from where they've been summoned to. Deeper in, so we're at level 21. You see this layer that just seems to be called the fiction section.
Ooh, fiction.
And you see various novels about historical areas. Seems to be all around the continent of Osasris. They have these fiction sections in here. You see there's quite a few missing from here, but you initially oh no, and then when you ask Piri, she says, oh, they're actually on the first layer where people have borrowed them and returned from recent. A popular
So-
section,
So
section
at this
21.
point, Zeke will ask about but we'll go look for it in this section.
You ask about smut?
No. He probably would, yes, but also
I think
Um,
if you say that, what about the smut? Piri says, where do you think? Which floor do you think the smut is kept on? Yes, well done. I can escort you to section 69 if you would like me to.
He's like, nope, and then gone.
Got in.
It's like he wants the specific book, though.
You can have an exploring there. I'll roll investigation check essentially to find within the smut section.
Yeah. It might not be smut.
Smut.
It's not smut. It's a very romantic novel.
Apparently, the librarians of this time deemed it smut.
It's
Bah, uncultured.
Yes, guess of Diana.
It's more to the Sam himself.
Okay.
We went 7 layers deeper.
You are level 21 currently, correct? You are
How
on
far did
14.
the fire go up?
The fire seemed to stop after level 19.
So it was 15 to 19 that was damaged.
No, because you were on 14 and that was damaged in a couple before. It's levels 12 to 19 that
12
are
to
burned.
19.
It's a certain point where they thought it can't go too much deeper. They were wrong.
They were wrong. They were idiots.
What?
Or they just lit the fire at 15 and hoped it would work.
What?
What books were on section floors 12 to 19?
Exactly what I was going to ask.
Sections 12 to 19 contained... No, I need to correct my spelling. Contained arcane primers.
Primus.
All 12
Arcane primers were books meant to educate new apprentices on the use of magic, both wizardry, understanding your warlock powers, connecting with nature for druidic and ranger powers.
Ah,
Power would be their word. Power. And understanding one's own sorcery.
damn it.
More in-depth books are certainly located at other levels, but these
Oh.
beginner books have been entirely destroyed. Correction. Majority of these books have been entirely destroyed within the library. Some were rescued by the Magi.
Can you
You
tell where the
muted
book's
Phil.
located now?
Oh my god, can you
No.
do that? Okay, because that's too much.
Books are taken to the library. I have relatively restricted access onto where they have been taken. Although I'm aware if they have been taken out of the library. Correction. I have been aware if they have been checked out of the library.
My
Eric, do
god.
you have
They
access
remain
to
within the library, but checked out. I'm still unaware of exactly where they are.
Perk, do you have access to the bathhouses and toilets?
Do you
I'm
need to
restricted
go?
from any access of toilets or bathhouses. This was for, as described,
Thank God.
everybody's comfort.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Is there a bathhouse?
There are
I just-
bathhouses located in the student dormitories and the Prime Tower.
Are they really nice ones?
Probably not anymore.
Anymore.
This is a correct assessment.
Yeah.
They were very nice.
Oh.
Wood or stone?
Stone.
Within the largely wood, although the basins were stone. Mostly stone within the Prime Tower. There is also something that would function as a bathhouse, located within the central commissary, best known as the pub.
Is
The
that
students
because
refer to it as a hot tub.
It's a hot
is that
tub.
because they actually did use it as a hot tub?
It was a tub filled with hot water. Multiple people were in at one time, which largely took away from the cleaning process. I do not fully understand.
Wood or stone?
What
Some
is your
kind of
obsession
ceramic.
with wood or stone?
Well, I usually need to determine if it would rot over time. If it was stone,
Oh,
it
that's
could be
smart.
still standing, unless damaged.
Wouldn't rot very quickly.
Sorry, what did you say, Perry? You glitched out.
Wooden tubs rot very quickly.
It
That's
would, but
true.
you can wax them and oil them, but over like 60 years, it would be fucked.
The intention of the towers was to stand for longer than 60 years.
I mean, you would.
They succeeded in this.
Yeah, you're doing a good job.
Hey Perry.
Reappears right in front of you.
Are Are there any books currently in this library written by Talvarion Dwelar? I can't remember what the surname was.
Wow. Yeah, that's a good question.
Very good question. A lot of the books written by Talvarion Dweller were copies of the Arcane Primer on Evocation. However, there are copies of Higher Evocation located deeper in the library, on layer 125.
Were his books in the library, were they only instructional on magic, or did he write any other type of book?
An autobiography.
Or paper, or biographies, or any other genre other than educational?
Talvarion wrote a book that is checked out of the library currently.
What was it
This-
called?
The book was called Nova Menta.
Oh shit!
That
That was
we
amazing.
heard that. We heard that.
That rings a bell. Does that ring a bell?
That rings a bell to me.
Fuck,
That's
it rings a bell.
It's whether it rings a bell to Bree and Phil, or whether it rings a bell to Diana and...
Ah, yeah.
Here's the question.
Oh,
We
It's
love
gonna
histories.
be another session at 3
I
a.m.
think
Do you
I think
have
this
any-
has come up.
do you have
think
it?
this
It has.
I think Bree, I think I know this came up and I might be wrong. I think Diana would be the only one. Diana and Zeke. Oh, Diana, Zeke, and Garrick might be the only ones who know.
What a
Yeah, Dewey
random
would know.
bunch of people.
Dewey's not gonna
Oh,
know.
is that when they went off away and everyone else went to the mountain? And like,
Yeah, I think that's when it happened. Garrick's on a roll. Garrick gets a natural 20.
Cool. I won't bother
Isn't
rolling.
that-
Your memory's bad. You're all at disadvantage.
don't say
Isn't
that.
No.
the bunch of fuckers that did for Night of Fractured Heaven?
Yeah, that's.
That's,
They
that-
called the Nova Menta?
that's it. We need to. Who signed that book out?
The book was last checked out of his library by Thalia Ursus.
No. Ah.
Your mother has a lot of explaining to do.
Oh, sure she does.
Oh,
Yeah.
Her dorm is located in the first tower.
She also had, correct, I don't know if that came from my correct.
Yeah. No.
Her dorms are located on the first tower. She also has off-site accommodation in a small village located in the country of Fenrion.
Fuck, is it in there? Is it at home the whole time?
Probably not. Garrick and you would probably know if it was.
I didn't know there was a spell book there.
Point.
Interestingly, it appears Violet Ursus checked out his book before she soon left the campus for the last time. This was not the first time she had checked out the book.
There was another name that you mentioned before, Diana.
Yeah.
I'm going to help
Would you
Sam
like-
here.
Eldwish?
Eildwyr. Eildwyr is the abjurer of the Tower of the Winding Paths.
Yeah.
Eildwyr Evensong.
Where are they located?
Eildwyr Evensong has passed away. No,
That's not true.
Eildwyr Evensong left the campus at the same time as many other faculty. At the same time as many of the faculty transitioned into undeath.
Sam
Yeah.
was has passed away. No, was that you? Like, no, the AI.
That was a bit
I
sad.
would say that.
Sam
Okay,
was-
cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
That,
Like,
that was a bit
that's-
sad, that moment of like, oh,
No,
God, what,
she
all
is
these
in
different...
she's in the
Who did what,
Arcadia.
when, and how, and why. Yeah. Eildwyr left the campus. You're gathering that this time that seems to connect things most frequently is the massacre
Yeah.
that occurred here.
Yeah.
The way that it's being described here, Thalia left the campus a few weeks before that happened. And then the majority of students that either died here or became undead here, that happened around the massacre. And that is the point of their setting. It might even be better to say, relative to blank, when did this happen? It might help if that makes sense.
So she left a couple of weeks beforehand. I think the moral of the story is follow the divination.
Thalia left a few weeks beforehand.
Yeah.
Eildweir left as part of the massacre. You know that she is captured in Archivicula, and that is why she left.
She is also very kind and protective and caring. And she tried to protect Thalia. But she doesn't know from what. Blocked off.
I believe Divina Thalia and Abshur Eildweir were friends. They did have a falling. I cannot remember.
Falling out?
I do not have much emotional memory.
When was that?
Here we're giving all the goss.
Over 50 years ago.
Was it the 50 years or the 2 weeks? Was it 2 weeks before?
This was perhaps a week or two before Thalia left the campus. I cannot exactly pinpoint what caused or why or when this happened. They've been smiling, although they've done a good job.
You have done a good job.
You are the best.
Thank you.
So, who else? You don't have to list everyone, Sam, but like, who else checked out the Nova Menta book? Not everyone, just the notable people that we might know.
Their mind reels me. The Nova Menta tome, written by Talvalion Dweller, was checked out once at least by all members of staff, several magi, and according to some records that I have, although I am unable to track the book exactly as it has been checked out, was passed between magi so that they could read them, whilst one of them had technically checked it out.
Honestly,
it seemed to be quite
don't respect the system.
Yeah, quite popular, yeah. The Nova Menta was a group. Yes, I heard that while I was away, I think.
I am any group named for Nova Menta. I am aware of the tome.
Probably a group
Are you
named
aware
after
of its
the tome.
contents?
Like a club.
Sorry.
No.
Were there any clubs, or are there any clubs here that all these people were a part of?
The 17 members of staff were obviously members of staff and had voting in determining the future of the towers and henceforth. A large number of the magi would petition themselves within certain members of faculty, for example, within the Druidic department, or within the Planari Celestis, Polari Inferni, or Polari Interes, particular realms, concerning usually a particular planar entity with which they had made a pact. Virtuoso Sebastian Spargosi usually led sessions at the pubs. Beyond that, there was lead artificer, Golotazaxa, who would lead creations, including my own creation. Sorcerer Superna, Lucio Comerica, often had their proponents, but sorcerers were fewer in the tower than wizards.
Interesting.
A high witch position remains unfilled.
Shit, what's my question? Did Talvarian run any groups or clubs?
Talvarion Dweller was the evoker of the tower.
Correct.
They had no specific group, although I do recall them meeting with many magi and other members of staff to discuss matters. they often banish me from the room during these conversations.
Which room was that?
Largely the Prime Tower. Although they would often speak to students. Their conversations would often begin, and you hear a male elven voice, which sounds proud but also inquisitive at the same time. Well, can you consider what better world we could make? Period, leave us. That is all I would often be able to record.
Were you?
He does give the vibes of someone who wants to rule the world.
What were you?
Evoker,
What
huh?
were you? Piri, what were you doing when? And I. Oh no, when we've gone up levels, haven't we? When the men from the paladins and the fighters from Colovia came here and started attacking the students and mages.
At the time of designation, these individuals were considered guests. It is close to the end of his time that Archmage Magnus Gallius asked me to consider all guests as hostile and begin attacking them, with the powers that are available to me. These are limited. Many of the arcane defenses had already been activated by those who were in charge of them, but I was able to produce some kinds of defense, largely based from manipulation of light. I was planning to do this to your companion, and they sort of look directly towards Garrick. Especially considered they had previously attacked students.
I assume they were zombies. I look at Garrick. I assume they were zombies.
Can we all just slowly
Yeah.
turn and look
No
at Garrick?
fucking memory of this at all.
What the fuck
No,
are
that
the
didn't
things
happen, I
called?
didn't
I'm gonna
get
read his
close.
memory. My memory, fucking that spell. I can't
Read
remember
mind.
That one.
Whatever. And you can see that immediately their thoughts are like rushing. Detect thoughts. They are immediately, their mind is like rushing to their time here. You can see like them arriving, and then some strange memories of them like randomly finding the dagger and finding a nearby teleportation circle, and then bits just seem very clearly cut away to you, as though they may well have ventured into the towers, left, and felt like they'd only gotten close because memories had gotten cut away.
Roll a wisdom saving
For Garrick?
throw. Sorry, babe, but this is important. I'll fix the wounds
13.
later.
13.
13. That is a fail.
Roll.
What would you like to do? What are you doing?
Murder.
Delve deeper.
Deeper.
You're delving deeper.
Delving
I'd like to know more.
You can see very clearly now them
The rain is gone.
being told by Harling, the bard,
Yeah.
the warrior songstress, warrior poet. We need to know what's at that tower. We need to know if there's any resources that could help us win this war. I know you don't want to go, and I know you can't, but you can't tell anyone exactly where you're going. I know you want to tell Diana, please just tell her you have to go, and you will be back. I trust you. And Garrick is a very, younger man at this point, about 50 years, well, just under 50 years younger, or somewhere in that region.
Yeah, 46 or something. Yeah.
Travels to these towers as fast as they can, horseback, sees it from a distance, and you see that memory matches up with what they had when you were reading the surface thoughts. Delving into their mind, then you see them begin to walk forward, and it's almost like static, as you are only able to read what their mind can tell you. You see that they are in an entirely different place. You can see blood on their hands. It looks fresh like their own. You can see a conjuration circle in front of them. They are hastily writing on a parchment they have grabbed here. Garrick did not find this parchment. They wrote it themselves, but had no explanation for it when their memory was erased and they found it in their hands. Then you see them running through a miasma of lights. You see them seeing a strange dagger in the ground, grabbing it and running. And you see some strange spectral creature behind them with like chains reached in the hand about to go towards them as they're static again. And as they are sort of running, as they sort of come to the other side of this river, look back towards the towers and see all these creatures jumping on there. And their own memories, Garrick's memories, seem to settle into, oh, I can't get anywhere near, but at least I have these things that I found on the outside. Like making those connections of clearly enchanted thoughts of, I never went in there. I was never actually in there. Realistically, you can see from this third person view, clearly they were in there, but their memories have been wiped. The fact they have snippets at all, some testament to what they were able to do to resist that. Or at least some way that the fact that they had these things as they come out, whether this is a testament to Garrick's own will, or whatever did this to Garrick, needing to give him an explanation. Because otherwise they just reappeared and it's, oh, obviously my memory is wiped because I have these things in my hand. But for this, it seems that they let them have portions of that memory of the only physical things they left, as though it was an intelligence behind it of some kind.
I will say it out loud as it's happening.
Is just like, no, that's not what had happened. I just.
It's okay.
Yeah, but I do remember. Yeah, remember that bit. I grant you. It doesn't quite add up when you put it like that.
Oh.
Yeah, something's. Me.
You haven't
Don't,
seen
get out of my head.
I didn't say that out loud. I'm saying things out loud.
You're saying what you're seeing out loud, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you must be in there. Is what they intuit.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm sorry.
At this point, Piri gets in. It's like, yes, those are memories that I left him.
Yeah. How did he get here last time?
Can you restore his memories?
I believe he crossed the river. Can I restore? No. I was simply utilizing Illusionist Rhiannon's defenses.
What other defenses do you have to your access to access?
Transmuter Kai's light. I have Illusionist. What other? Sorry. No, that wouldn't be Illusionist Rhiannon. I do apologize. That would be Enchanter Silvrea. Would be the memory thing. I have Transmuter Kai's light. I have Enchanter Salrea's memory modification, and Illusionist Rhiannon's projection of myself.
Which is the...
I can become more physical if necessary.
That's very cool. What does the transmuting light do?
It hurts people. It hurts many things.
Alright.
Perhaps more accurate to say, it converts what they were into something new that is painful.
As into an undead?
No. You watch as they turn their head, pick a... Actually, no, you're far from any destroyed books, and they wouldn't destroy anything new in here. I cannot show you a demonstration in here without possibly destroying some of the college property, some of the tower's property.
That's fair.
Okay, two of my items.
For arcanists among you, the best way to consider it is as a form of disintegration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You repeated back something that had been said to you earlier on, like just now.
Yes.
You said record. Do you have access to a lot of
Recordings.
of things like that? On the day that the Colovians came, did anyone give you a message because they knew maybe you would stick around longer than anybody alive here? I'm not playing Dewey as Dewey today. I need to be.
You are
more,
coming up with some
I've got some good ideas, but
stuff.
Dewey is a child and probably doesn't understand the magical glowing.
Of course he does. Not giving this kid any credit.
There is no method that exactly matches your specifications. However, lead artificer Golo did relay something. You hear a voice. It sounds sort of American twang, kind of similar to what Diana heard of Split Lick, I guess. Not perfectly the same.
All artificers are sexy.
Fact.
You hear like screams in the background, and you hear, shit. Peerless, are you there? Okay, look, listen, if you somehow are still there after all of this, I don't know what you gotta do. Just, you gotta do something, okay? Shit. I guess maybe call a scanner? I don't know. Fucking Terraria. Had to stop this shit. Alright. If I'm going down swinging. And then your message cuts off.
Is he dead?
Oh.
Lead artificer Golo Tasaxa is dead.
So, it is then he or some people with it's supposed he and a number of collaborators did this without the rest of the school's knowledge.
Did you end up
I
calling
think
us,
a
Dana?
lot of people knew at this point.
Yeah.
Question. Out of game question. Do we know that? So, yeah. Do we know that what spell it was and that it was amplified?
You know that they cast a spell, and that I think the legends say that it was even legends 50 years ago, myths at this point, maybe. History, especially the Empire records, is that they cast a spell beyond what any spellcaster should be able to do, maddened by their power. You can make an Arcana check.
I haven't rolled yet. Ben gave me a +1. So.
Yeah.
Are you saying you're doing this? Do you want? I don't know if I can help much. Histories, or maybe Texas can.
Can try and lend a help.
It's a soft 20. Unless I get help.
I mean, are you saying about this? Talking about this?
A soft 20, yeah, fair enough. A soft 20 is enough
Yeah.
that you are aware of
It's in my
spells of
head.
powerful evocation that can cause fire to rain down from the sky, and you imagine it was a powerful evocation spell that did what happened on the night of Fractured Heaven. I think a 20 is enough to know that one powerful caster may have been able to do that, but from what you have experienced of amplifying magic, there are other ways that may have made it even more powerful, and that may be what they have done. You were not there. It would have been an extreme... If this evoker, presumably Calvarion, was the one who did this, and they did it alone, they would have had to have been extraordinarily powerful. To do it as a group would have been more likely.
I'll say that then. That Like, I'm just starting to understand how you can combine your magic to make it more powerful, but like, I know he was a really good wizard, but this has to be like more people involved, more than one. So it's not just him, but it does sound like he is the one that was gathering these people together. Initiating it.
Did you manage to send that message on to us, Verona?
I have no way of contacting Ascana. If you can pass him a message, it would be greatly appreciated.
Sure. What message would you want to pass on?
Please lend some assistance.
Repeat
You're
message
under attack.
from Connor saying, shit, you gotta tell someone. Or maybe it's Connor. Fucking tell Valrion. Okay, I'm going down swinging.
Got it. Anyone know anyone in Ascana?
I got maybe like one pen pal.
Pen pal? Is that what you do? Nobles do?
I didn't get out much.
Consulted the recordings I have. There's another message that may be pertinent. You hear a very wizened old man's voice, whistling as they speak.
Oh.
Could something ill come of all of this? The dwarves some time who've worked with us and they should be able to come and recover what they have left here, and I should hope that you are able to remain yourself. I often have a bad feeling, but this one really does feel like we screwed the pooch, you know what I mean? Magnus Gallius told me that perhaps 2 or 3 days before his passing.
Who was that, sorry?
Archmage Magnus Gallius.
That's Dawn or Dusk. I can't remember which one it was.
He was not Dawn or Dusk.
Oh, okay, cool.
He just was an old man who also had...
All old wizards are the same.
You gather at this point,
he definitely had a beard.
Dawn was probably a magi of the towers at this point. The way you've heard like ranks described in here, a magi.
Oh, it's gone. What was his name again?
I
It
don't
was
remember.
Dawn.
Archmage.
Arthur.
Wow.
Is it Piri? Yeah, Piri. That's
Piri.
the name of the AI. Yeah.
That's the AI.
What?
I can't remember the name for the life of me.
Oh. It's like Siri, but with a P.
Yeah.
It is like P.
Piri.
I thought of it whilst on night shifts, and I fucking loved it. I was so proud.
Sorry, can we have the name of the Archmage again?
The Archmage was Archmage Magnus Gallius. Magnus Gallius. Magnus Gallius.
That is actually much easier than some of the other names you've given us. I don't know.
Oh
why
yeah, tell
that-
Valrion was his bullshit,
Valrion.
and I love it.
I love the name Magnus. I think it's so good. Reminds me of Matilda. Yeah.
Harry, in case of emergency, where should students and magi go?
Kind of see you anticipating.
Much like what happened 50 years ago.
I do not believe the tower was anticipating that. There was nowhere.
So there's no outward teleportation circle, like a secret tower that would be off the island?
There are teleportation circles located in the Conjuration wing of the Tower of Learning and in the Prime Tower. Very few students, no students at the time were capable of casting the magic to use them. Very few Magi were capable of using the magic. Very few members of staff were willing to abandon their students.
Except for the ones who left 2 weeks beforehand.
I am unaware of where Thalia S is left.
So they were
Did she use a
trapped in the-
teleportation circle to leave?
Sis was not at the teleportation circle in the Prime Tower when she left the college grounds. I was dismissed from several areas of the Prime Tower the evening that she left.
Dismissed by who?
Many members of staff, including Talarion Dweller, Selria V, Kai, Scipio Rex, Alice Maddox,
Where does the teleportation circle in the Prime Tower go?
teleportation circles as a locus for travel by teleportation. Using one allows one to travel more easily to other teleportation circles across the known world. There is no single destination.
Yeah, okay.
If you wish to learn more about travel by teleportation, I recommend the Wing of Conjuration in the Tower of Learning.
Okay. How many entities are in the Conjuration and the Conjuration Tower?
Fuck, dude.
Exact
Entities?
number.
How many
How many
baddies are
entities?
in there?
How many baddies are in the
How many
Conjuration?
baddies? How many undead students and shit are in there? Just say
Oh,
many.
That's actually
Oh
a
my
good
god, just say
question.
many, and we
No.
understand.
I'm gonna hold myself to this. There are currently 9 entities within the Conjuration. There are currently 8 entities within. There are currently 9 entities within. There are currently 8 entities within. There are currently 7 entities within the. There are entities teleporting in and out of the Conjuration. There are currently 9 entities in the Conjuration.
What?
They seem to have stopped for now.
Teleporting in and out.
Correct.
Moving.
Using the teleportation circle?
No. There are currently
Okay.
8 entities in the Conjuration. Please let me stop, Eric.
Yes, please stop.
Okay, thank
Stop.
you.
Can the students teleport in this way?
There are no students capable of teleporting in this way, at least not
What?
in their current form.
What?
In their
What are-
Okay.
Correction. Students are unable to teleport themselves in this current form.
Could you tell us more about their current form?
I can take you to a book that will better describe it for you.
Yes, please.
That would be
Yes.
amazing.
They take you to level 88.
Oh,
which...
Dewey's like.
Yeah.
which from where you are is
Skip
maybe
like
600 feet away, which is not too far.
Oh, okay. That's
Maybe
fine.
only 600 feet away.
I was like,
need
so
to write
far
down
away.
Before I forget.
It's
That
so
big
high.
piggyback ride.
It's so high.
Yeah.
You see that they point towards a book that is still in the wall. You see it says Alterations upon Undeath along the spine. Upon pulling it out, you see that the author is a person named as Scipio Rex, a name you've heard before. As
Oh,
one of the people that
is he
banished
the head
Dewey
of
from the tower.
necromancy?
Correct. Scipio Rex is the necromancer of the towers.
Are there any entities on this level we're now on, other than us?
There are no entities other than yourselves.
We
Well,
didn't notice any
take
other entities on the way up. Sam.
No.
How many books in this library are written by Thalia Ersis?
Question.
71 books in this library written by Thalia Ersis.
Are they all divination?
Well, come on.
The majority of them concern the art of divination.
Except
However, from an outsider's perspective, many of them concern the relationship between divination and witchcraft.
Can you show me those books?
She loved books so much she turned herself into
Yes.
one.
Oh no.
She tells you to travel to level... Fuck, what do we say? Let's say 79 divination.
Go up and down, up and down. Okay.
As we go past 69. Hello, Zeke.
She's he's 100 foot away at this point and still in the smart section. So, I finished
We're
it.
I finished it all.
He rejoins you at this point, I think it's fair to say. In 79, Piri reaffirms, as we say, the majority of books, as I said previously, are in the divination wing of the Tower of Learning. However, this is a large thesis on the outside of the subject concerning witchcraft, as well as how it relates to other practices, such as divination, even the art of manipulating magic delivered by the gods, also known as cleric practice.
Oh. Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah. There are many books here written by Thalia about.
Can I just take them all?
Yeah.
For
but
later reading.
I am able to act as capacity as a librarian and allow you to check these books out. However, you will have to carry them in some capacity.
That's fine, I can carry them. Looks at taxes.
Okay.
She'll carry them.
Just pulling up the fucking bag
So
of holding,
sad.
yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta clean out that shit.
That's fine, it won't be in there for long. I mean, it will.
Thalia has several other books located within the library, including in layers 1, layer 2, layer 69, and layer 132.
Layer 1? So she
Sorry,
returned the
what?
book recently?
Hold on.
You say 132 as well.
132.
You fucker. I'll go to 669 and I want to look for the... I don't want to know. I will... Yeah, I do
You
want to
want to
know.
find your mum's smut? Is that
Yeah.
really the thing you want to do right now?
Absolutely. I want to know who it's based on. And then I'll give it to somebody else to read.
As you
Table
go
for
through
the
69, Zeke was like, I wasn't going to tell you. As Piri appears and points to a book, you see the blacksmith's arms is...
That's so gross, I'm taking it.
Amazing. That's an amazing name for...
It is disturbingly autobiographical in some ways.
I'm not reading all of
Surely-
it. I'm skipping.
Surely that's opening the book is the fiction of opening the door on your parents having sex.
Yeah! Morbid curiosity, but also I'm not reading it. I'm giving it to somebody else. I'm gonna read it. I'm just not gonna lie. I'm gonna read it.
So you mentioned there's a book on floor 1, so she returned a book recently?
Oh, somebody
Yes.
did.
Yeah.
Correct.
Can we
What
get
book
the
is
one
that?
on
Really?
132 and then on number 1 and 2?
Could we have done that first? We'd have to go down and up.
Well, we're going to 60. Yeah, okay. No,
Yeah,
because
we got
69 was
69.
exciting, and then we got to go back up again.
Okay. The books on layer 2 are majority of like how to a majority of like class schedules for divination, and sort of maps of the divination ward and what to expect there. In book in number 1, you see there is one of these recently in quotations has the same amount of dust on it as almost everything else here. The book, how best to describe it? I know what it is, but the title of it would be down.
Diana, read this. Is the title.
It would no, it's not. Unfortunately,
What does the back say?
The blue.
the title says a consultation on uncovered arcane artifacts written by, and you see various names that you do not recognize, and Felia Ursus is included as one of many listed authors.
Okay. Take that one as well. I'm gonna put them in the
Okay.
middle of the room on the tables, in the middle,
Okay.
whatever's there. I don't know. We'll just give them to taxes.
I'm gonna have to watch it back to just remember what number I gave them. But it doesn't particularly matter. Number of
71.
volumes. Number 71, thank you. I have lots of things that exist, and you're asking about none of them.
Oh, you can tell us about them. Tell
You
us
did
about
ask
them.
about them in quick succession, and then we quickly moved on to
Oh
other
yeah,
things. As
we
you're
haven't
traveling
got there yet. Also,
I guess-
the book on page, the book 132, that one.
You travel to 132, 1,320 feet away from the front. It's not like a
Hagrid,
huge
please
walk.
carry me.
It's a lot back
Oh
and
man,
forth.
you can stay. Sat down.
Thank you.
Okay.
Here you see, you sort of see the section in general is about other continents, not other countries within the continent, and you see there an account of the Magocracy of Ascana.
And that's written by Mama?
Yeah.
Take it.
You took it.
And if there's like a world map or like a
There are
Yeah.
world maps here of Ascana, accurate to 50 years ago. You see the separate countries of Colovia, Fenrion, Halcyon, and the Eastern Kingdoms that are largely listed as the Eastern Ridge or Eastern Kingdoms, depending on which map you have, but are defined by their free cities with no clear marking of borders between what land belongs to each city, as much as they just take what they need, if that makes sense.
cool.
Volca, the name of the
Arbor.
forest. Arbor,
Frielskir.
Ascana, fucking Saros is. I love Saros so much.
Oh, Tristan.
Etristan, Uzma did not exist at this time.
Oh yeah,
I
of course.
believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
still part.
small, right?
It was not an independent country at this point. It was still part of the country. And then the one that Ben's character is now the Royal Mage, which I've got here. And Sarai exists. as
Maybe
well.
it's Maybelline.
Maybelline, Netristan.
Maybelline, Netristan. But no Uzma on this map because it did not exist.
What about the
time.
dragon place?
There is a Dragon Island, and I cannot remember what coast it is meant to be off of. I think it's changed all the time.
East, wasn't it?
East, yeah.
East. Cool. East, probably somewhere off the coast of Volca.
Dragon Island?
Dragon
Ball
Island. Yeah, where the Dragonborns come from.
Ah.
But yeah, I would like to take like a book that we can learn from that. I just want to learn about everything. Take it.
Yep, you can take that.
Things were like before.
Well, things that we don't know about.
Hmm.
We don't know about these countries. Definitely don't know about this island with Dragonborn on it. She'll want to know.
You see the author of that book, by the way, is one Alice Maddox. The big map. Essentially, it's a big fold-out map folded into a book, but the author's Alice Maddox.
Alex Maddox. I can't guess who she is.
You vaguely remember at this point having travelled back and forth quite a lot between the shelves. One of the names listed as the people who forbid Piri from the tower.
Yeah. What is she the head of? Piri.
If Alice Maddox is the conjurer of the towers.
Ah, the one who could teleport everywhere and make
Correct.
maps. Okay,
She was often exploring. And outside of
Yeah.
the towers.
cool. How many teleportation circles are there? Just the two?
Within the confines of the college, there are 2 teleportation circles.
Which is the one that Garrick has seen?
They look at the one that's like Garrick holds up. The individual known as Garrick visibly throws shade at them with Sneers at
They
them.
kill students, yeah.
As her runes to the conjuration wing of the Tower of Learning.
You've been into the tower itself, then.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Perry,
What? Yeah, Karen.
Perry, if we defend ourselves from
That's
some of
literally
the
what I
more
was gonna
undead
ask.
students,
What happens if we kill students?
Yeah.
Fighting between students is discouraged.
But if it happens, what will happen? To us, specifically.
Punitive measures have been put in place.
What if they assault us first?
Self-defense is fully amicable and fully understandable. Delivering of lethal methods to any other students is considered worthy of expulsion. Even if you are considered a guest of a student at that point, you'll be once again considered a hostile guest once you are expelled.
Oh,
And
so-
therefore disintegrated.
So hypothetically, if one of my guests was to kill a student, do I get expelled? Or can
No.
they just...
Only
No?
the offender is
Okay.
expelled.
Okay.
Good
Okay,
way of
good.
doing it.
Good to know.
So, with these living challenged individuals,
I can't attack any.
how do
It
we...
is fine to call them undead. It is usually the preferred term.
Oh, they prefer that, do they?
Poll carried out 60 years ago. Students asked, preferred the name undead. They described otherwise alive or kind of dead as pedantic.
So, how do we defend ourselves against these undead students? Because they're not the nicest, Peric.
I do not question. All students are aware that violence should not be carried out against other students, members of faculty, or magi on the grounds towers.
Yeah.
You gather this is a bit of a sort of they cannot
Yeah, so
compete
they go.
that to a sense.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean they're not going to attack you randomly?
Can you
So,
trans...
if they attack us, you will disintegrate them.
If they are successful in lethally killing one of your party, correct, I will disintegrate.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they lethally killed my brother like an hour ago.
Your brother is an undead entity.
Yeah.
It's not picked up on the radar.
Freaks. They seem to malfunction as they begin to analyse what your brother was. I don't know.
Huh.
Hello.
Hi. Can you translate Celestial?
It's like a small, like, almost like, sounds like a much older version of them. So, I can do, but wouldn't you prefer to do it yourself with the power of learning?
Sure, if you point me in the right direction. If I fail, I'm coming back.
They take you to linguistics number 91. Why not? To which they point to you a basics on celestial basics. Literally, no, the name is celestial basics on there. By Kayla Giferis, which I believe you know has been referred to as the Planari Celesta. Essentially,
Yeah.
the celestial walk. Person.
Ah, yeah. And then how many like is there like, you know, in some schools we have like textbooks of just the same book, right? Are there any of those like you know, we're all gonna turn to page 52 and learn French. Is this anything?
The majority of these books were located between levels 12 and 19.
So there's no like a book on learning Elvish.
They sort of point to the side and you see Elvish and You. It's a very, very old looking book.
Elvish for dummies.
Elvish for dumb.
How many books are there to
You see
learn
3 copies
Elvish?
of Elvish in you.
I'll take them.
I currently I am a programmed intelligence, and I'm currently unaware of how many books you've currently checked out of this life.
Oh my gosh, same.
Is that a common occurrence with students? I feel like it is.
Especially new students who wish to learn as much as possible
Everything.
before, in the words of most people, chilling the fuck out.
Exactly. That's what I'm in at the
Ooh, I
moment.
got to curse. That's fun.
Did they turn that feature off?
Oh god, what has humanity done to AI? No!
Here we go. We're
Yeah,
teaching it.
more sentient.
If you teach it.
I also
then
realised,
it will-
just to be clear, I realised we haven't taken a break yet. If people are desperate, please let me know.
I've been to the toilet
we've
twice,
been-
so if you guys want to go,
Okay.
it's fine.
I'm kind of okay to keep going. If people are okay,
I think Phil probably needs a pee. Do you need a pee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a
Yeah.
quick break. Here in the linguistics section.
Oh my god, I'm having such a
Library.
good time.
Oh, we're such nerds and all of it.
I feel
Now
like
into a fantasy world. You
It'd be
can
like-
go anywhere. Where would you like to go? The library.
Library.
Not left the library this whole
Obviously.
episode.
We've been in the library this entire episode.
We've been in this library for over 2 hours.
We're going to be in this library for like the next 5 sessions. and it's
5
like-
sessions.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it.
No.
But yeah, if you if you want to like skip through things, you could just tell me where I get all these many hundreds of books I've given you.
Fuck
Uh,
no.
I feel like we're gonna have a time skip in this library.
There
Yeah.
might be.
Of at
5
least
years
3
later.
weeks.
5 years
Yeah.
later,
5 years later,
me and
just-
Taxes have worked our way up to level 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Right,
No.
let's have level
Okay.
5 of what?
The library.
Of the tower.
Oh.
They're,
Oh,
they're,
like
multi-
you've read
they're
all the
multi-classed
books
into
up
level
to-
5 librarian.
Yeah, level 5.
Correct.
library.
Yeah. Correct. Okay.
Subclass of
We'll
barbarian.
be back
Anyway.
in a minute. We'll be back in a minute.
bit.
Okay. Bye.
We propagate, we'll mock and smear and slander, infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the library.
The best place
Yeah.
ever.
The Rapid Riders are in the Library of Tolrora, here in the Towers of the Winding Pass, or the ruins of the towers, however you wish to describe them. They are being guided by Piri, the programmed illusion resembling intelligence, who is leading to books. They're requesting information. They're requesting here, like a librarian. There's a large section that is burned away, which contains some of the sort of starting magical knowledge. But Piri's let me know that some of that has been checked out to save it. That makes sense. But here within the library, we join our party. We were discussing this a bit in the break about how they just wanted to have some of the things that they asked about that Piri would have taken them to. I'm not going to name every layer you go to, but we'll save some time here. You already have Celestial Basics, written by Kael Ferris, who you know is the Planarii Celesti. There is also a book called The Art of Ranging, as you ask about ranger magic, written by Weller Watt, who you learn is not a member of the faculty here, but is a collaboration of Weller Watt and Haydick Felter, and Haydick Felter is the archdruid of the towers. As it's a collaboration of the two of them. You have been, I think it's discussed, but I don't know if you've got the book, but you do have it now, Infusing Items with Magic, by Golo Tasaxa, who you know is the lead artificer here. Similarly, you have like a head of a project lead engineer, lead artificer is the title they chose. You find a book regarding the gods called An Account of the Pantheon. That is a collaboration from, I will read this one out. It's from Kaela Geferis, Keldren Geferis, and also you see multiple contributors listed underneath that sort of maybe like 10 extra names, as well as organizations who have contributed to that as well. I will say, checking that you do see, particularly taxes, you do see listed as one of the contributors is the Halcyon Order of Scribes. Another one is Modern Colovia by Alice Maddox, that gives an account of Colovia at the time. There is Alterations Upon Undeath by Scipio Rex, which you had. Scipio Rex and Bix, I do apologize, the two of them contributed to that. We go to Witchcraft. There is A Curious Soul's Almanac on Witchcraft by Rena Marvello Hazel. And regarding sorcery, you see a book that is quite a few layers in, called Sanguis Magicae. And I believe that's everything that people had asked for in terms of specifics. If you want more, I want a book on this, tell me now, and I will make a book name and write it down.
I think
Would
I
like a
missed
couple
one.
books.
Yeah, I think I missed one. So, an account of the Pantheon.
An account of the Pantheon. The lead writers on them, the lead authors, were Kaela and Keldren Geferis. They have the same last name. And there are many contributors additional, including one sort of singular contributors as well as organizations that were contributors to that. And one of them that catches the eye specifically of taxes was the Halcyon Order of Scribes.
I would like to try and find more books done by the Order of the Scribes.
If you look for books in the Order of the Scribes here, you cannot find any other contributions by the Orders of the Scribes.
Oh.
Or any that's referenced.
Trying to compute like just references to the Order of the Scribes takes period some time. You see they lead you back to the same layer you found the map of the continent on, and you see that there are maps that have a listing of a temple in Halcia listed as the Order of Scribes. It is several days north, maybe northwest, like northwest of Pearlite. Not too far from where it was pointed out the rebellion is building like this massive army.
I'll take the map.
Cool. That is a specific book that, as much as we have Modern Colovia by Alice Maddox, this is Modern Halcia by Alice Maddox. Seems at the time it was still perfectly intact in there.
You say yes. So an account of the Pantheon, and then was the next one Modern Colovia? Was that the next one?
Modern Colovia by Alice Maddox.
And then it was Curious Souls.
You'd already had the Alterations Upon Undeath, so the next one in the list would be A Curious Soul's Almanac on Witchcraft. Witchcraft book, essentially, by Rena Marvello Hazel.
And then Sanguis Magica.
And this magic.
I think that's it.
Books.
I have a couple.
Books. Carry on with the books.
I have one secret one, which I'll message you about later.
Okay.
Plenty
of time while people are reading to sneak off and find a book on your own. It's difficult without saying, "Hey, Piri, help me," at which point people will know that Piri has come to help you. In which case it requires an investigation check to find out your help.
But I probably will ask for Perry.
Yep.
But that's after. Do you have any books about blood magic? Not sorcery, but magic using blood.
I believe there are details of this in the Sanguis Magica.
Flick through.
You see a variation upon sorcery, but you also see near the back a sort of lesser You need more time to investigate it and read it fully, but you do see stuff about blood magic, much like the stuff that you're using there. You see that it has bearings similar to witchcraft, especially regarding matters of psychometry. But it's not quite its own thing that people would focus on so much here in the library, but there are blood magics that are documented here in the Sanguis Magica. You check for an author. There is no listed author on the Sanguis Magica.
Oh, the whole book?
Yeah, you look for where previously there have been written by so and so. Nowhere can you find an author. Uncredited, unauthored. Not unauthored, uncredited.
Huh.
Interesting. I would have to take a look at that once you're done with it.
You can have it now. I was gonna give it to the captain.
We'll give it to him once I'm done with it.
Yeah.
Perry, do you have any books about...
Perry.
Perry, sorry. I blame Seb.
Who? No, okay, we're fine. And scene.
Fourth wall.
Awful.
Do you have any books about the undead, ghosts,
Many.
general spectres? Like you saw my my brother. Any books that could help me narrow down what the fuck is going on with her?
Diana
You don't know?
currently has alterations upon undeath checked out.
Okay.
Huh.
There you go. That works out for me as well.
Okay.
Another question. Are there any undead guests? I recently asked you if there was any undead students, magi, and faculty. But are there any guests that are also undead?
Yeah. Undead guests on the premises.
How many?
Hello.
Wait, what's the first?
It
What did he
was
say?
hello. He said hello.
Just
You've,
hello.
you've seen Piri react like that when they have either something is blocked or they've just failed to compute.
Are there any? Did we ask if there were any undead in this?
Yes,
Yeah,
and you got the
there were.
impression that undead, this is being hallowed ground, the undead do not come in.
Okay, cool.
Does the last name of Tyree mean anything to you? Student, magi, guest
Yeah,
at some
wait a
point.
second. Yes.
Who are they? And how long ago?
If you sent me a name, otherwise I'm going to make one up.
Make it up, but boy. I did not send you a name.
Professor Felder Conjurer Felder Tyree was the conjurer before Alice Maddox.
What was his name again? Sam, could you spell it out for me?
Correction, one of the previous conjurers before Alice Maddox. Felder, Felda.
What type
How
of
long ago
fish
was
am I
this?
interested?
What?
What? How
I
long
don't
ago
know
was
if how long ago was it? Fuck you. Fuck you, Doran, specific. I don't know.
See how tall we were, alright?
Oh no!
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone.
I broke
Oh
him.
no! Oh no! What have
I
we
broke
done?
the AI. It was too much.
Broke the AI again. He's glitched.
Come back!
It's been Doran this whole time.
Ah!
Don't think
Maybe
I'm
if we-
fucking myself when I say.
Maybe if we complete this fucking storyline for the AI, maybe we could fix Sam's Discord problems too.
Not buy a new computer is when you fix Piri.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm wrong in saying, or fucking myself by saying, Felda Tyree began her began her position as conjurer 250 years ago and retired 123 years ago.
When did she retire again, sorry?
123 years ago.
23. Thank you very much.
I have a question.
Do you have other questions you'd like me to answer about Felder Tyrant?
Maybe in a bit.
Okay.
I have a question that's not about books. What?
Fine.
Uh?
No, we just asked about Felder Tyrants, but she wouldn't say finally. They wouldn't say finally. So yes, yes, they are those
Finally.
verses.
Is there like a museum here, or like a place where
Some kind of
you'd?
vault.
I didn't say. I was gonna say vault, but I didn't say the word vault.
Where would the magic
All
people
the
bury
magic
their
items be? Also, where is the storeroom for the magical components? I've run out.
Interesting question. I will answer as applicable. There is no single designated museum, though many different sections within the Tower of Learning have artifacts that they deem important for students to recognize and study. There are also artifacts that students have for many other purposes, such as recreational, within the Colosseum grounds, or within the pub, or within their own personal dormitories, mainly for quality of life improvement.
Okay.
There are those that are kept most precious within the Prime Tower. In terms of collecting materials in order to study better, the library is mostly for collecting books. There is little to no supply here of papers and inks required to expand one's spellbook. However, they are in good supply in any of the Tower of Learning's wings. Correction. It seems for some reason that the Evocation, Illusion, and Enchantment wings are currently out of paper and ink.
That's a shame.
Nobody has made an attempt to replace these in about 50 years.
That's a shame, isn't it?
It is unusual.
Somebody needs a trip to Staples.
Would ink dry up over 60 years?
It's magical ink.
Magical ink is now in the dirt and ash.
Do you say that the spell components are all in the Tower of Learning? Yes. In different
Correct.
places.
Any of the wings of the Tower of Learning should be able to provide copious amounts of paper and ink.
And other things like components for spells.
Components for spells specifically are kept in the tower that most applies to their use. For example, there is a suitable supply of bat guano, but within the correction, there used to be a suitable supply of bat guano within the evocation tower. That's not there anymore.
Oh. How come?
Because the evocation wing is not there anymore.
Oh, how
That
come?
must have smelled awful.
Because of the uninvited guests. Correction. Because of Telvallion.
Because specifically because of him.
Because of Telvallion and the uninvited guests. This is the most appropriate answer.
Did Dalvarian actually do anything like explode his own tower? Is that something that he did? Or did he invite the guests? Or was he here when the guests were here?
Telvallion was present in the towers when the guests that were deemed hostile entered the premises. With regards to with Telvallion. Hello.
Hi. Did Talvarian fight back?
Yeah.
Do you know where in the evocation tower he is?
Approximately central in the evocation wing of the Tower of Learning. There's a poll still open. Would you wish to participate in the poll as a student?
Yeah?
Excellent. Other members of the faculty would wish for the tower in which wizardry is learned to no longer be referred to the Tower of Learning, but the Tower of Wizardry, as there are multiple aspects of learning within this college. Those members of the wizarding faculty would like it to stay the same. How would you like to vote?
I mean, Tower of Wizardry makes more sense.
Tower of Wizardry.
Very well. You have been the final vote on this. Or at least you have been a contributing vote on this. The poll is still not closed, as the Archmage has yet to close this poll. However, you should know you are losing by a significant majority.
Damn it.
Doesn't make sense. You can learn at the pub.
It's the taking part that counts, alright?
How long has this this poll been going on for?
Approximately 55 years.
It's been going on for 5 years before everything. Holy shit.
There were many
Bureaucracy.
recounts. People did not believe. It is perhaps more accurate to say people really thought it should be called the Tower of Wizardry, and most wizards didn't give a flying fuck, in the words of most of the returned ballots.
Oh.
Correction, did not give a flying fuck, but people thought it should be called the Tower of Wizardry. They just wanted it to be called the Tower of Learning. They were the vast majority of the students and the Magi, and far outvoted the rest of the residents.
Okay, cool. I think that's... Oh my god, yeah. No, yeah.
Are there any other structures on this island apart from the towers and the college itself?
Been made aware of, no. Sam, I also love that my mic keeps cutting in and out while I'm also doing a glitchy, glitchy AI. It works so well.
Can we
It does,
sleep
it's very
in
precious.
this? Oh, no, there was another one. There was another thing. There was the book. Do you... Or knowledge. Do you know anything of the Knights of Hatred?
Oh, yes. But I don't know that because I've not heard that. I know you did
yeah,
say.
I did, yeah.
You did say.
Within the confines of this library, one individual referred to himself as a Knight of Hatred. This is the first and only time that I'm aware of this term being used.
Really? No edgy bard said I was a Knight of Hatred?
I am the Knight of Hatred. Done.
Edgy say a lot of shit.
You're not wrong.
Very true.
What do you want me to do? But actually, no. This was not said by a previous bard that I have on record. If you would like, I can check the last. Oh god, I need to remember how old Piri is.
Many.
Thank you.
We weren't established super well. Like, that's 100 years of my activation? I've only been around that long. Towers existed before Piri, a long time before.
Harry, are you constantly monitoring everything within the confines of the college unless you're dismissed?
To an extent. To extend myself that far is not possible currently. But I find places that I think look interesting.
Are there parts of the island that have a structure in that is beyond your range?
You wouldn't know.
Anything beyond college grounds I do not have a range to extend to. This island is large, as the tower was built primarily. Hello.
I love it.
So, how would we dismiss you from an area?
Say, I dismiss you from this area. I'm going to define the area, and for how long? Otherwise, I will assume the length of about an hour. By which I mean exactly 1 hour.
Is there any food still on the island, in campus, like food that can be eaten?
There's lots of food on campus that can be eaten. However, I would highly recommend against it, as it would very likely lead to immediate food poisoning and or death.
Is there any food on the island that will not cause food poisoning and death? Good food.
Are there any animals?
There's no current food on the island within my range of range of within the island that would not lead to food poisoning or death. However, there are ways of conjuring such food within the pub.
In the pub? You can conjure food in the pub?
The pub was capable of conjuring many dishes.
Go there for
The menu has not been changed in about 50 years.
Are there any students in the pub currently?
Yes.
How many?
17 students in the pub currently.
Damn it.
I want to fight them so badly.
Depends how
I know, right?
hungry you are, I
But
guess,
I don't want to be
right?
disintegrated.
I definitely am going there. So.
I don't want to be disintegrated.
Yeah. Did they say that if you kill a student, you'll be disintegrated?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
If you kill a student, you will become expelled. If you're expelled, you'll be considered a hostile guest, much as those who were attacking here 50 years ago, and will be disintegrated.
What would get an undead student expelled?
Killing us.
Killing
us.
one of you.
Anything else? No.
If they were to fail their exam 3 years in a row, they would then be asked to leave and expelled.
Oh!
However, exams have not run.
If you fail an exam, you get disintegrated.
If you fail exams, you get expelled. It's only been a stipulation that if you're expelled, you're a guest and therefore disintegrated for the last 50 years.
God, this college is wrong.
It's a system that would have worked, except they were told, hey, if you're a guest, you're disintegrated, and did not think it would ever apply to themselves. Also, it has not yet to apply to themselves. Also, as Piri points out, there have been no active exams run here in 50 years. Correction, there have been 3 active exams run here within the last 50 years. Specifically, within the last few hours. Congratulations, Diana Essence.
Thanks.
Allegory for life, though. If you fail an exam, you just get disintegrated.
You're not disintegrated. You're expelled if you do 3 years. You fail exam 3 years in a row, then you are expelled.
It's an allegory for life, I think.
Or at least there's a conversation behind it, or you are just expelled.
Shit.
How do we
I have
get
a
rid
question.
of 600 students?
Yeah.
Could we organise some kind of field trip that only they go on?
A mandatory field trip?
Yeah, but then I'll
Except
have to go.
And also, it's the fact that they're not acting like it's only Piri that sees them as students. They're not acting as students.
Yeah.
They're just.
Don't worry,
They're
I'll
not
take
attending
them.
classes, no.
I have a.
the necromancy school if it's not exploded to see if there's ways to get rid
Yeah,
of it.
necromancy
We might have an answer.
I have a question
Mhm.
for Piri. For Siri. I mean, Piri. Fuck.
Very-
Do you know the former student named Reluctantsheep?
Oh,
Very
nice.
good question. Very good question.
Yes! And I was just looking at my notes and everything the mama did. Okay.
She does
Levitt
not
Prince
that
was
way.
on the pre-enrollment program, much as yourself, and had not passed. They had entered into their enrollment exam and were deemed to be cheating. They had been given the book curse of Tolerara. However, Thalia Ursus had altered the book curse in order to have the teacher of etiquette and good learning delivered instead by Tatuna, goddess of magic.
Why?
I understand it. Thalia Ursus believed this would be a better teacher. This was largely debated and largely ignored.
How was he allowed to stay once he was had failed his pre-enrollment?
He was allowed to stay on the campus in order to study for his next exam. However, between his opportunity to re-enroll, i.e. his next exam, and his past failure of the exam, he left the campus. They're not giving up on this. They are still trying to figure this out. It's not like it's blocked. It's just they were taken by the uninvited guests in their deceased form.
Wait, what?
I believe the uninvited guests specifically that took them were their parents.
Oh, so
At the time, the royal mages of Colovia.
yes.
Yeah, because Peric, like I said, he failed his exam because he was cheating. Not Peric. Lele said he failed exam because he was cheating. And then the book curse was placed on him, but before the book curse was removed, he was killed in the attack. And he was taken away and resurrected. And the book curse was changed, so he's now technically a slave of the Empire.
No, somebody Mum changed it from Tatuna to Osnan.
Yeah, and then... No.
That's what I have written down.
Your mum didn't change it to Osnan.
So what you remember is your mum changed the curse to being you are bound till Talrora until you have learned to learn properly, and then you can start taking wizard levels again, kind of thing. She changed that to you're bound to Tatuna instead, and when the Empire found some of this information, we do not know what information they found or where exactly, they said, oh, this is how Thalia changed it. We can change it again to say you're instead bound to Osnan, and we're never going to set you an exam, so you're fucking us.
Yeah.
What they were hoping, or what Lelik was hoping, is you could find the exam here, so that Lelik could pass that and be free.
Is there a way of taking the exam out of the university to a student?
External examination is rare, but there have been occasions in the past. However, we would not be able to travel with the examination apparatus. It would instead be in the form of a written exam.
Okay. Can
You
I
would need
have
a member of the staff would need to set this written exam.
How do you become a member of staff?
A member of staff is placed when a previous member of a member of staff has either been created, our position has been created, or the previous member in that position has retired or since passed away.
There are many who have passed away.
Correct.
So which ones are open? Currently open. Okay. Which ones? Okay. No. Another question. Before you malfunction.
Which might be a malfunction moment, unfortunately.
Yeah. Which vacancies are open that we would be qualified for?
Probably, as only a student, you would not qualify for any of the positions.
Okay. About my guests, can they
Your
apply?
Guests, even less so. Only Magi can elevate to the level of Unless a new
I am-
position were created, I suppose.
I am an expert of a rare form of magic that is rarely documented in
Oh,
the books.
please, do tell me.
I unsheath my sword and set it on fire with my blood, and spin it. Not fire, lightning, with my blood.
Certainly unusual.
The students need to learn about this, so there should be a professor about this.
Potential. Would you like to create a poll?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very well. As a poll of creating a new position of staff, all staff members will vote on this. Once we have all staff members' votes, they will get back to you.
What about students? Can we change
Students
this
do not get to vote
back?
on the position of creation of new members of staff.
Damn it.
Because currently, 17, quote, feels like a lot already.
17 what?
Just
17 members of staff, or 17 positions in the staff, feels like a lot already.
I'm just gonna roll a stealth check. Okay, that's brilliant. I rolled 19, so that is a soft 30.
Cool.
Holy shit.
I don't
A
think
soft
anyone can
30.
hear, can see.
Yes.
Soft 30.
Soft 30. As opposed to what? As opposed
you're
to a
not
natural
Dalan.
30.
You're not Dalan. Alright.
Yeah, true. That's true. The Stellana gets the soft 30s.
Very able to sneak away.
It's not so much sneaking away, but it's to see if I could do a thing while all this fervent book information is happening.
Okay. What
Is
are you
there
trying to do
any
as
way-
this is happening? Ask your question, and then actually no. Phil, tell me first what you're trying to do, and then as I'm thinking desperately of.
I'm just doing it as for a gag once this
Okay.
bit's done.
Cool. Fair enough. Sure.
Is there any way to get your book mother to interact with this AI? Either get your book mother out of there, or get the AI to talk to the book.
Actually, should be a member of staff though.
You would be a member of staff.
She's a member of the...
and
But,
have more
like,
access than us.
yeah, like you just said on Twitch, some are off-site, right? So, if she's still registered as being alive but off-site, then the book mum won't be able to do
Okay.
that.
Put Phil in on her behalf as they're the same person.
Yeah, Thalia Ursus is not available. Can I vote on her behalf?
Absolutely not. Sorry, that was a recording from Thalia Esses.
Oh!
Oh,
God damn it.
Can we report
Do you-
on a staff member's death? If they've died off-site. Sam's died off-site. Oh, no, he's back.
He's not gone, he was just thinking.
Proof of death would need to be provided.
Such as
Head.
Body?
Head.
a body, not like an artifact of clothing they were wearing, or
or a death certificate.
Many
Oh.
humanoids are able to take off their clothes.
A death certificate.
many, but not all of them.
Like Tabaxi.
A certification of death approved or witnessed by another member of staff would certainly be admissible.
What about retired members of staff?
Only one position remains retired and empty.
Could they come back to vote upon?
The
Subject?
position of High Witch is still empty. Nobody has agreed upon a suitable candidate to replace them.
Can I be High Witch?
Few candidates. You're submitting yourself for High Witch. You're still not a Magi of the school. Also, you're not in the Witch course.
Fuck! Didn't pick it. Fair. I have a question. Another question. Sorry.
This is what I'm here for.
Cool. I'm gonna take
Quite
out my.
literally my job.
I'm gonna take out my book. I believe this is a spell or something on this book. Can you? How do I find out what spell that is?
Unable to determine the spell exactly. The spell Identify, which I believe is a divination spell, is able to determine active magical effects on an object. However, the book in particular you are holding, I'm aware was in the possession of Thalia Ursus.
Yeah.
She cast a spell of her own design upon the book. She cast the spell just over 50 years ago. The details of the spell, and the spells that she used in order to help her craft a spell, are located in the divination wing of the Tower of Learning.
But couldn't you use Identify? You used that before, correct?
I don't think I ever have actually.
Use
On
what
the
I
book. What
I
a
don't
fucking
think you've ever used it.
idiot.
I
You
might
used
be,
it on my
be
phone.
mistaken, but I don't believe
I don't think I ever
Identify
did.
on the book.
Um.
Which helps us in this situation because this spell didn't exist before
Yeah.
a month ago, but yeah.
Okay.
You might have
was
done because I think we were talking about how it was
a
like
mistake.
variation upon simulacrum, but I'm not sure.
I'm not gonna pretend. I am gonna pretend that I don't know what I'm saying. I'm gonna do Identify on the book.
Okay, you can't identify the book. You realise the book is almost an arcane component used to channel a spell that in its current form is referred to, and I need to check this for the exact wording because it's not Mama's, it's
Thalia's Memory Echo.
Thalia's Memory Echo. Essentially this creates an echo of one's memory, similar to how a simulacrum is put into, memories are put into a simulacrum, except in this case they're put into a book, editable, and there is the possibility to resolve the memories that have been encountered by the echo into your own memories. It is, as you can tell from here, based on the simulacrum and modify memory spell. You imagine those are both in that office where Thalia was working on. Some sort of mixture of illusion and enchantment. Rare for Diviner, but clearly there was something important she wanted to accomplish here.
Cool. Cool. She made her own spell. That's cool. Piri, not Siri. Can I make my own spells?
Perfectly able. Perhaps the best question is, or the best reply or best answer is, are you able to make your own spells? Many within the college are able to reach this level. It is a matter of understanding magic on both a fundamental level and on an academical level, in order to build upon what came before us. Indeed, it is one of the prime reasons the tower exists. To build upon what came before us. To create what is better. Create something new.
So yes.
Yeah, essentially, yes.
Thanks. How would I learn to do that with no faculty on site?
The magic deeply. Understand the more spell. As far as I understand, a deeper knowledge of spells would help you understand the better nature of spellcraft. What it takes to use the lingua arcana, somatic and verbal components, material components as well, in order to better create a manipulation of the magic in the world. I am unable to create a spell. However, I am a unique spell myself.
What spell are you?
What spell are
A
you?
very unique incantation and a spell component. The name of my spell is Programmed Illusion Resembling Intelligence.
Peary.
Period.
Okay. Okay.
Is there any way of proving that the students outside are very hostile and willing to kill us without them actually killing us?
I don't know.
Is there a way?
Perhaps through some variation of the detect thoughts spell. I don't.
If I summoned a creature and they attacked it immediately without any causation, would that count as a hostile movement?
Correct. That would count as a hostile movement. However, it would not necessarily mean lethal movement, and it would not apply to every single student. To judge all students' actions by one student's actions would be highly immoral. You can see the bind I'm in here.
Is that because the rules on the campus are that undead are also classed as students? Can undead be students?
Correct. As I discussed, I'm aware it some time ago. Were students a long time ago who prefer to identify themselves as undead rather than differently alive, or kind of alive.
Differently
Which I felt
alive.
is pedantic.
There were some undead students before 50 years ago, which is crazy.
Correct.
Yeah.
Some of them refer to themselves as Vampire or Reborn.
Nah, they were just the edgelord kids that were like, no, I'm a vampire.
How
No,
did you
I'm
become a
not
student?
an
They
elf.
were referred to edgelords
I wanna
very
be-
commonly.
I want to be down as a vampire, and because of that, that's why this place is so dangerous, because of those dickheads.
How would you become a student without recommendation?
What?
Oh, no. Didn't.
Uh,
Oh,
You muted or you're not?
yeah,
not
your
working?
microphone is...
No, it's just the mic is. I have it right here. It's bigger.
Yeah, it's
If I
weird.
don't speak continuously, then it just stops picking up any sound, which is weird. I mean, I need to speak for a bit and get it going again, which feels very weird again. How could I become a student without recommendation?
Can a student recommend another student?
Students are capable. Joining the college requires recommendation through a pre-enrollment program. Students are able to offer this, but then enrollment requires completing the exam. However, to save Sam from having you all do the same puzzle again and again,
It'll be different puzzles.
No.
different puzzles for all of you.
No, please. Make it the same puzzle. Do what you're doing before. I don't want to do a puzzle, please.
I'm going to change my answer.
Students are not at it.
need,
Yeah.
need to have at least the rank of Magi or above that to staff in order to recommend a student. However, many people travel here seeking to prove themselves in that way and are often assessed by Magi before pre-enrollment.
How does a student become a magi?
Student becomes a Magi by completing their course.
How do you complete your course?
Usually by finishing their final exams set by their resident
You in a
member
private
staff.
school.
Bards must complete their course set
Still works.
by the current virtuoso or virtuosa. Warlocks must complete the exam set by the plenarii. Wizards must complete either an Archmage's exam, either their specific exam set by their School of Magic, or may complete their Archmage's exam, which tends to be harder. The High Witches will be invited into the Coven of their own Magi after completing the High Witch's exam. I feel like Druid, Artificer, Sorcerer, you get the gist.
Yep.
Are any wizards?
There is a
now
genuine mix of
ready?
like robot here, is what I'm saying, and also sort of like conversationally speak. There's a whole mix of that in what periods.
Creepy.
Are there any wizard exams ready to go?
An
No.
archwizard.
No.
None at all. Cool.
You can ask Telvalrion if he is ready to set an evoking exam.
What you can, or did you say us or you?
I can. You can also travel to Telvalrion yourself.
Have you spoken to him recently?
He is currently unable to speak.
In what form is he in?
What does he look like right now?
What does he
He is
look
in
like
a
right now?
form that the poll suggests I describe as undead.
What kind of undead?
What is his weaknesses?
According to Alterations Upon Undeath, the best description, according to the book of Alterations Upon Undeath, by Scipio Rex and Bit, Telvalrion does not currently exist in a form of undeath that fits neatly into any category. The best
God.
approximation would be to describe him as some form of lich.
Yeah.
Roll something for that. That's like a big word.
But he a lich, but he doesn't have a a body or anything.
Correct.
I know about liches. Well, maybe.
No.
This is my advantage count. And
Do we
undead,
know about
yes.
Do we know
Bloodhunters
about
can
liches?
have advantage on undead.
Yay! Do we know
Make
about
an
liches?
Arcana check for liches.
Please, please, please roll high, please.
Natural 20 for 22.
Dude, you have heard
Thank
them
you.
in the sort of
Thank
religious
you.
capacity for church, man. What do you get?
I rolled a natural 20 for 22.
Do you say Arcana?
Yes. Bree, what did you get?
All right.
21.
21.
Yes.
You both are aware of liches as powerful undead wizards. You, Halibut, had learned of them as a sort of like big sin of not just undeath, but wizardry. Like, this is where wizardry leads. All paths of wizardry lead to creating like abominations, like liches, kind of thing, in the Church of Osnan. You, Diana, would know it's generally not just frowned upon so much as like becoming a lich is
It's fine.
majority is intentional choice. Sometimes it's like unintentional. In all cases, aspects of compassion, what we would refer to as humanity, mercy, that kind of thing, cannot generally be taken over into lichdom. And so powerful spellcasters there. You would both know that these individuals tend to have their souls elsewhere to whatever corporeal form they are in, and so are very difficult to kill
Is his
until
soul
you can
here?
find where their soul is kept.
Okay. I'm not going to ask any
Oh,
more
boy.
questions on that because I believe that is a spoiler alert. So,
Okay.
Doran.
Perry, can you be dismissed for like 5 minutes
From where?
from where we're standing right now? At the
Okay.
floor.
Obviously, it's just
reappear like a foot.
I should say
from
the
the library.
Very well. 5 minutes. They are gone.
Halibut tells you everything he knows about liches, including the the horrible propaganda. Well, maybe not propaganda
Yeah.
when it comes to liches, but this is everything the Church of Osnan told me about.
And then I will kind
I
of
don't know
look
how
at you
much
and
of it is
go,
true.
okay, and I'll tell you what I know about liches. Yeah.
Okay. Surprisingly, quite a lot is true.
Yeah. Okay.
But can we even? We don't even know how we can fight these things without being turned to dust.
No idea. I guess we just don't.
Just avoid them as best we can.
We either avoid them as best we can,
No
or
magic.
No magic.
tie them up.
Well, we know the library is a safe spot, but we got somewhere where we can escape from them.
And I think if we have a sleep, because I'm
It's quite
tired. If we have a sleep, then I can prepare some spells tomorrow that will make sense to help that help in this situation, if that's even possible. But yeah. I'm not killing any of the students. That's what's happening.
None of us can.
My enrollment has been pending for 200 years. And it lasted for 4 hours. Boo!
Quickest expulsion in the town's
Quickest expulsion, longest enrollment.
No wonder it took 200 years.
Huh?
No wonder it took 200 years.
I know.
Anyway,
Which is what they
because
told me.
because you dismissed Piri
For 5
from
minutes.
for 5 minutes, and so your attention has gone off like asking it all of the questions. You notice the stealth roll I did is Dewey has built a series of book forts, and his sleeping bag is inside one of them.
Have you made more than one?
Yes.
Oh my god!
I don't know how long it would have lasted.
Time.
But
Oh
you
my
guys
God.
were so like engrossed in like reading and asking all these questions, and Dewey's like, "This is beyond me." So
Can I come over and knock on your little
Door.
book fort? Did you use any of the books that we wanted, or just the random ones?
probably it's sitting there somewhere. But yes,
Knocking on your...
he's found a ridiculously big one that comes down as like a drawbridge.
Whoa!
Bang!
That could
Like,
kill a gnome.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm gonna come in or whatever, but I want to give him a hug.
Hi. Sorry, I was a bit bored.
I know, that's okay. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, did you get the book on the ranger stuff? No, I got that.
Yeah. No, you.
Yeah,
you
there you go.
got it.
I got that. I'll hand it to you. That's for his
Okay.
bedtime reading.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast light on something and give him that. There you go. You could read under the sheets. That's so cute.
Pages stitched together, please.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Good night.
Okay. Good night, Sam.
Good night.
Okay.
Hi, Sam.
Gonna take this massive book and just.
Thunk. I'm like, wake me up when you want me to have a watch.
Okay. I don't think we need to, but.
Peter couldn't take.
Couldn't take the cuteness. I guess Piri comes back
Yeah.
after
it's
5 minutes.
7, 26, 25.
Oh wow, it actually is a thing.
About this time.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Are we safe in here?
Fine. Safe.
Oh, if we sleep in here, is anything going to kill us or anything? Attack us or anything?
Read the minds of you and your companions.
Well,
As far as I'm
what-
aware, you do not appear like you're about to kill each other. Students, as I've been aware, students who are undead do not seem to be able to access the library.
You can read our minds.
No,
What?
I cannot read your minds.
Oh, that's
unable
what-
to read your minds. I'm unable. Therefore, I cannot assess if you or your companions will kill each other.
Got it. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go and sleep now.
Okay.
Is there a library?
Just stay there.
Is there a key for the library?
There is no lock for the library. There is no key for the library. Incorrect.
Would you mind
There
if
is
I
a
moved
lock painted on the holy symbol of Verona on the library. This does not
Would you
lock anything.
Would you mind if I pushed a bookshelf in front of the door?
Yes.
Would
Please
that
leave bookshelves where they are.
would that lead to me being expelled?
No.
Would that lead to any reprehensible action?
Yes.
What reprehensible action? Actually.
Be annoyed.
As a guest currently vouched for by Diana Latersis, you
Don't fuck up.
Diana Latersis will be placed in detention. Will maybe have some detention. I don't know. I would report it to Telvarian.
To
report it.
tell Varian is okay. Wow. No, please don't do anything wrong. I don't want to be reported
The only member of
to the only member of staff
the
who happens to
premises.
be fucking dead.
I would report for your presence here to Telvarian.
Does he know that we're here right now?
I do not believe he currently is aware that you are here right now.
Can you not tell him?
Can you please not move the library shelves?
We won't move the library shelves. What else would no? I don't want to know.
Well, what are the rules of this college? Is there a rule?
No, I don't want to know all
What,
the
like-
rules.
There were no
I don't want to be
specific
accidentally
rules,
expelled and
so much as
disintegrated,
avoiding
Diana.
general dickery.
Also, if I
Do
do
not
something
desecrate the
Don't
wrong,
holy
walk on the
temple of
grass.
Torora.
if I do something wrong, it should go to Professor Ursus, right?
Professor this is currently off-site. I have no way of contacting them.
No, but
That would be built in.
she'll be back soon, so I should be dealt with
Excellent.
by
I'm
her.
glad to hear.
Okay, cool.
Make a persuasion check.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Oh yeah, no, this is one of the ones that I'm good at. Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot. I
mean
haven't done
no?
it in so long.
Even if it's a no, you have a
is it-
baseline yes.
Yeah, it's 21, I guess. It's a 10, and then yeah.
For minor indiscretions, I am happy to transmute any disciplinary action to Thalia Ursus upon her imminent return you've assured me of. Any major indiscretions, such as murdering fellow students, I will act as accordingly.
Fair. Okay.
I would still politely request you do not desecrate the Temple of Torora.
I put my
We'll
hand
not do that. Will we? Will we, everybody? No. We'll not do
No, we won't.
that. Okay, good.
It did not work out great for the persons before you.
What happened to them?
He got fucking disintegrated.
You have a flashback to your memory of them.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, that wasn't good. Noted. Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Then we should sleep. Did
Yes.
you make a fort big enough for Garrick also? For me and Garrick? Or is there a separate one?
King-sized fort, please.
Louis is still holding a grudge against Highlight.
I'm not sure how
Highlight.
much. Yeah, I'm not sure how many he would have been able to have built in that time. But
He has birds helping him.
We had been talking for a while, so
We've been
Yeah.
talking for a while.
does
Yeah,
this
they were
count as
helping, like-
desecrating the library?
uh-oh!
You've not damaged any books.
It's unorthodox studying.
You've removed them, but not technically checked them out at this point, so...
I'm making sure that each fort is only from like that side's
Yeah.
Yeah, you...
shelf.
If you're not, like, taking books and putting them in other, like, levels bookshelves.
Oh, that's annoying.
Oh god.
No.
Yeah,
not
Actually,
cinema.
need the
Dewey-
expulsion.
Dewey is unaware of the importance of the system he bears the name of, but he at least is like taking from the same section because he's aware that like they probably need to go back there.
Well, let's say you're on the botany section, because that sounds fun. At, like, level 6 or whatever it is, as you'll convene in your book fort within the library, you bunch of fucking nerds, and have a long rest. I feel that is a good time to end
Yeah.
this session.
I would like
And
to do
then-
something over the long rest, but I can do that for next
We'll
session.
do that next time.
And while we're
Next session.
sat in this little book fort with Garrick, who is now like, you fucking read my thoughts.
Garrick is not read your thoughts. You read Garrick's thoughts.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Like, I read his thoughts. And now
He
it's
seems
all
a bit. Yeah, he seems a bit colder to you than he did the night before.
We'll talk about that next time.
We will talk about it.
We'll,
So now let's
we'll talk
let's
about
just
it.
sleep. Let's just sleep.
No, we'll talk about it now.
I will summon Perry here, I swear to God.
Perry's gone.
Hey Perry. Hello!
Ah!
That's where
Brilliant. Thanks very much, Sam.
That's alright.
That was good.
I had
That's
fun.
good.
I had
Lord.
before we went in, like before 6 o'clock today, I had a big list of
Sorry.
all the
supposed
spells
to
that
do
were
it
where they
earlier.
are. And this is since but to be honest, I'm very happy. I'm so chuffed with myself with Planarii Celestine, like naming warlocks that. And deciding that Virtuosa was the name of the like leader of bards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then all the names of the books I'm very happy with. But that is our session for today, and indeed for the next 2 weeks, I believe. We are
Time now.
Rapid Riders.
2 weeks, possibly 3, but we'll see.
It's convention season, baby. We're where are we? Are we gonna be away for the Wednesday?
Not away, depends. Depends.
But where's the best place to find and keep updated as to where that's gonna...
Yeah, you can find us on all the social media, even the ones that you've not heard of.
Hashtag FumbleFolks everywhere.
Hashtag FumbleFolks everywhere. And also Discord. It is where we talk about lots of things randomly. Yeah, I'm away for like 2 weeks, so I don't think there'll be any streams happening unless somebody wants to.
Know. Maybe there might be some stuff happening, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I don't think there's anything happening next week now, but I don't know. We will find out. But yeah, I don't really know what to say. My brain is jumbled.
Yeah, it's like we sell one shots. We've got a beginner's bundle for levels 1, 2, and 3. Use that to pester and bully your friends into playing D&D. You can get them from our Etsy store right there. We are very tired because we have. Look at that! Thank you very much, Sam.
Mine's somewhere over there. I can't find them. I don't know where they are.
We have the reason we're so tired is partly because we have been working on our Kickstarter project, which funded in November, the Ritual Spellbook and Witch Class for 5th edition, and we are very excited because we should hopefully a little bit too close to screaming. We should
Hence
be getting
why
that
there
by the
might
end of
not
the
be a stream.
Yeah.
Because I might be travelling to Pembrokeshire to go get them.
Because we are hoping to have them in hand by the time it comes to the UK Games Expo time. Because we will be there. We have a table. We'll be selling our stuff. So if any of you are watching or going, 2nd to the 4th of June, come along and see us. I can't remember what table we're on. You've put it on our Twitter,
1154. It's in there now. Yeah.
Yeah, 1154 is where our table is. So come along and say hello, and that'll be nice, and we'll be happy.
That would be amazing to meet people. I'd love that. Everyone is just there, but I want to meet people IRL. That would be lush. Yeah.
Speaking of conventions, I believe if people, I don't know if their tickets still available for
Yeah.
buying.
Yes,
But this weekend, the Swansea
Yeah.
Comic convention.
Comic and gaming
Comic
convention.
and gaming
Gaming
convention.
God, I've had to purposely look and say it each time because it is
Yep.
so easy to get those mixed up, and I think there is one that is the other way around. I think I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But Swansea Comic and Gaming Con. Yeah, we're going to be there on table 7, I believe.
Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. Ben will be running Relic of the Lost Kingdom twice on Saturday. Tickets are now available. Maybe there are some left. I don't know.
There's one left in the morning one, but all 4 slots are
that it?
available in the afternoon
There
one.
you go.
Very cool.
But yeah, and that if you wanna come and play that game with Sam. Are you
Yeah,
playing
I'll be
that
in the morning.
first
I'll
one?
be in the
Yeah.
morning one. Yeah.
There you go. Then yeah, come and book onto that. Fun times. But yeah, I will not be there.
You'll be
Same.
being a methods actor and getting a tan so you can look more like Diana.
I'll be sleeping.
Be
Cool.
sleeping.
I will not. I will be on a plane. And then I'll be in the sun. Yay!
Cool.
Alright.
I'll be
With the death
raiding
cloud.
tonight.
Does the death cloud
Yeah.
go all the way around the island?
Yeah, looks like it.
Sure.
There's no sun.
What's that? Jordan?
Coastal area.
It was like one of the death cloud goes all the way around the island like a dome.
Oh.
You could just fly over otherwise.
No, yeah, there is a sort of dome around,
I
rather than the
don't
whole
think
island.
so.
It's like the school.
like a-
There might be some land past the island.
I see.
Impossible
in the
to see
eye of
from
the
where
storm.
you're standing. Therefore, not
Shall
my
we?
problem.
Shall we have a vote? Do the
Ooh,
poll.
we'll vote.
Do the
Would you like to
poll.
open a poll?
Yeah. Would you like to open a poll?
Yeah.
Do you want to go and see some more D&D? Or do you want to go and see some animals and ducks?
I mean, come on now.
I'm gonna raise left hand for D&D. Left hand is up for D&D.
I think I flipped, aren't I? So I don't know what hand that'll be.
That
It
is,
shouldn't be
yeah.
the same hand if you raise it.
Okay, so what?
Alright, we're gonna go animals.
Animals, D&D, both. Anyone have any preference in chat?
Animals
'cause
is
some-
winning so far.
Yeah, there's
I
There's-
couldn't-
what's that one?
D&D animals?
Oh my gosh, depends what this one is, and then we'll might go there.
There's one, I think, that's otters. Just great.
We're going here.
I have a raccoon one.
Correct, Mr. Hunter. There is a 5,000 magic missiles being shot at anything in the air. There is an air to ground to air
Absolutely.
system set up.
Cool. We're gonna
One of
raid
the
this.
fucking roofs opens up. It's just fucking...
For Prime Tower. That's not a spiraling thing. It's just like the cap opens up and it's like a missile.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have
you
one-
voted
I
for
have one
RPGs
big
as well.
kittens.
Hide
Oh,
vote, which
I've-
means Bree has to make a decision.
I've made a decision. I've found this amazing place, and then we're going there. And
Awesome.
yeah, I'm gonna wait for this advert to finish. Okay.
I have one. Kittens. Go kitten stream.
Cool. Yeah. Come and join the Discord and say hi if you're not already in there. We're going to be raiding Taco of War. I was like, I don't know how to say that, and then I actually read it. So yeah. Taco.
Hoof war.
Taco. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully see you in a couple of weeks, guys. It's gonna be so long. But yeah, thank you, Sam. We'll see you guys soon. Okay, bye.
Hi, buddy.
Seeing us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break.